All right. Hello, 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 my friends. Welcome to session number 65 of Unlikely Heroes, our regularly scheduled weekly Dungeons and Dragons game. Seru, how are you, my friend? Yes, 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 yes. Good to see you. Good to see you. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and dive straight into the session, as there is a lot of things that could potentially unfold. I say could because honestly, with this group, we just never fucking know. So we'll see what happens. Actually, it's so funny that this whole Krogmar situation wound up, which could have been as simple as, okay, this is done, took us 3 weeks to get to a conclusion of, which is awesome. That is player made content. That is not. I didn't do any of that. I did a little bit of that, but I didn't do most of it. Anyways, yeah. So thanks for joining us. Remember, I won't pay a whole lot of attention to chat, but if people are role playing, I will pop in and say hello once in a while. So without further ado, let's get down to business. To defeat the Huns. Damn it. Stupid Mulan. Okay, friends. So, session number 65. So, last week, what did we do last week? So last week picked up with the sentencing of Doc, Gray, and Krogmar, all of which were found guilty in some way, shape, or form of their crimes. However, Doc and Gray wound up getting off on their conspiracy charges. The punishments were dealt. Gray was to be imprisoned for a few weeks, followed by banishment, as well as a monetary fine, and Doc was sentenced to death, as well as all personal possessions that she lost to Krogmar were to be awarded to him. So, you guys had a couple of conversations in and around the keep, and then a couple of you, because the other two of you were in prison at that point, decided to head out. As you headed out, you heard a whistle from the shadows, and Krogmar himself beckoned you over. And obviously there was some tension. I truly expected him to get his brains completely beat in, but thankfully that's not how that unfolded. And what he told you guys was essentially he respects the shit out of you. He pressed no charges. He was just there to defend himself. And he also pinned the blame on the slitting of Doc's throat on Gimbal. Now, that hasn't been verified officially with any actual evidence, but he definitely made a point of saying, I didn't do it. I saw that slimy piece of shit goblin do it. So, with that, he also gave the group some gifts, including willingly purchasing Ree's green torch, magical torch, which he bought for a price that was far, far, far more than it probably should have been. Luckily, even if Ree was getting screwed over, she wouldn't know any better because she doesn't get money. So, um, thank goodness Aurora was there, because that could have been weird. So you guys went back inside at that point. You paid off the bounty to get Gray out. There was a little bit of fluff in there, but long story short, within all of that interaction, you guys gathered your things. You went down for the execution of Doc, since you knew, or you were given a revivify scroll, so you knew that that could be a thing. Grabbed the priestess from the temple of Garl Glittergold and begged her to do it, which she was more than happy to perform the revivify, as that was part of the deal with the sentencing. Although she was sentenced to death, he would allow up to 3 days for you guys to get the materials to have her brought back immediately, so she didn't require something like a raised dead or resurrection. So, flash forward, you guys get down to the chambers where she's to be executed, and what does the Overlord do? But he makes his newest chef perform the execution. And in a... As I watched the session back, I remember being actually moved to tears, but man, that was a tough one. But yeah, the ogre smashed Doc to pieces. Her spirit began to flee her body, and the priestess jumped to action. That is when the DM said to the player to pick high or low, and unfortunately, She rolled under what she needed to come back. However, being that the priestess who had seen you go from literally assassin to priest in all of, you know, 3 or 4 weeks that you guys have been in Underhill, she felt for you, and she sacrificed somehow a bit of her own spirit to forego the negative effects that would have befallen Doc should she have actually kept that role. She looked emaciated. She looked a little sickly and gray as she took on that negative spiritual energy. But Doc popped back to life, and it was to life that she sprung, and you guys thanked her endlessly. You talked the ogre off a proverbial ledge, which was pretty much where he was at after having to murder Doc, unbeknownst to him that he was even going to do that. And then, yeah, you guys decided it was time to get the fuck out of Underhill, which honestly was probably the right idea. So you guys began to venture to the west and then to north into the foothills of the Underhill mountain range. Before you bed down for the evening, knowing when you woke up you'd only have about a quarter day, if that, until you got to the sanctum, which is where you guys were headed in the first place, to transport you back to Grell or near Grell to then go to Pudu to situate yourselves with the goblins. So during the night, there wasn't really a whole lot of interesting things that happened. There was a situation with a bear, which is actually hilarious. I was looking at my little sidebar, the DM sidebar, and I was like, why the fuck did I have a brown bear stat card pulled up? And I was like, oh yeah, that could have been a really bad situation. Thankfully, it did not go that route. So the bear and her cubs walked right over you guys and kept on keeping on. And yeah, that was that. And I believe where we're going to be picking up today was the beginning of Second Watch, if I'm not mistaken, because First Watch had some roleplay opportunity. If Second Watch would like to roleplay, this will be your opportunity, and then we'll go from there. So we're going to be picking up, just for our reference, it will be Wednesday, the 15th of Jutet. 9 a.m. will be the quote-unquote true start, but we're going to do a little bit of, because it'll be like, 3 a.m. to 8, which is about which is like the last watch. So, yeah, that'll be that. One question I had for you guys, though, because who was up on First Watch? That was Doc and Aurora, correct? Okay, that's what I thought. So, Gray, before you had bed down for the evening, I had a note here, and I've already taken care of the things on the back end, but were you sending that message before you went to sleep, or when you woke up? Okay, understood. All right, perfect. So, with that being said, so actually, I'm trying to think now. So let's see. Doc died, got arrested, came back. There was one night in between there. No, that's fine. If you want to, you're more... I can do it retroactively because I had all your questions, and I've got the resolution. I just wanted to make sure if that was Gray's intent and he had the spell slot for it, I know he would have done it, so... Okay. So, with that being said, let's do... Oh, yeah, sorry about that. So, I was just gonna say, if Gray had the spell slot to do that, and he intended on doing it, I will retroactively allow that to happen because I already have the conclusionary information and the outcome of that situation, so... Okay, sounds good. Alright, so, experience recap. So, we had a wonderful roleplay session. I didn't want to go over the top for the sake of accidentally overpowering before we make story progress, so we still kept it at 600 XP for the roleplay session. That would put Gray at 35,056. Aurora, 34,244. Congratulations on finally leveling up. So in Roll20, if you want to go ahead, whatever class you're leveling up, just go ahead and throw that hit die, and then we'll add your con. And then the
I decided to feed things. I didn't decide other stuff. Oops, I don't know what he's doing.
well, you've got until you wake up for that to take effect, and if not, you have to wait till your next long rest. The remaining 2 party members are at 37,074 experience. And this is day 15, again, 9 a.m., but we're going to do a little retroactive roleplay. So, luckily for you, Aurora, it's your time to sleep. So, okay. Also, before any of this conclusionary shit with Gray's message to the Quicklings, I just want you to know that because of that bullshit, I had to do the actual raw math on how fast Quicklings actually move long distances. So fuck you. Also, they are very fast. Very fast. Okay.
Sorry, was it when we wake up? Did you say it was Wednesday the 15th or no?
Yep. Wednesday the 15th of Jutet. Give me 1 sec. There we go. Everybody should be perfect now. I apologize for that because, yeah, I had my desktop audio turned off. So now you guys should be heard just fine. Okay, any questions, comments, or concerns? Wonderful. All right, there we go. Everybody should be back to normal now. Let me get some music going.
That's my hit die roll, and yeah, it's garbage.
Okay.
Ooh.
So when you level up, then just make sure, because that'll be a 3 total. It'll put you at what, 55, I think.
55, and I'm taking sharpshooter, which we talked about before.
Yes. Yep. Understood.
Because I had a whole lot of practice shooting over really, really long distances trying to save Doc, so it fits.
My assumption, by the way, is that is a sorcerer level, correct? Level 2?
Yes. Yep. Which means I have sorcery points now, which is weird.
Yeah, so level 2 sorcerer, though, they do not gain a feat.
Oh.
Yeah, so it goes based off of the actual class bracket. In this edition, it's not like 3rd edition where every 4th level you gain a feat and then extra feats for certain classes. So 2nd level sorcerer is literally just font of magic, 2 sorcery points, you gain your additional spell, and that's about it.
I did have, sorry, just for clarification.
Hang on. Let me finish this conversation with Kat. Kat, did you have anything follow up to that, or any questions, or...
Nope, I wouldn't get a feat either way then. I just didn't realize that for 5e, so... Oops.
It's one of those super easy things to miss, and here's the weird thing. If you follow one class all the way down, almost all of them, it's every 4th level, but it doesn't... It's goofy the way that it does it. Okay, so, Candace.
Yeah, I was just gonna confirm that after this long rest, so once there any roleplay is completed, I will be at 3 levels of exhaustion. Is that correct?
Yep, correct. So, Doc, you are at -3. No, it's not 3 levels of exhaustion. No. That's not how this works. It is, you have a -3 to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. Yep. So, but you now have 3 long rests before that is 0. Okay. Okay, so, yeah, so you guys, Aurora and Doc, Aurora and Doc, you know that, you can start to just barely see the moon creeping down below the mountains, and you know in the next couple of hours the sun is going to begin to rise, and it is time for the changing of your shifts.
Let's go wake them up, because I know this isn't funny, but I feel like I'm gonna die if I don't sleep soon.
Well, don't do that. Please. We should probably tell them about the bear. But we should make it sound.
Let's tell them about the bear and the babies.
Yeah, yep. Are we waking them up nicely? Because I'm still a little pissed at Gray.
Yeah, because otherwise there could be screaming and then that'll bring the bears back.
I mean, they can't scream what, you know.
Or he'll sit
I'll
up and
wait.
his head will spin around in a full circle. I don't want either of those things right now.
I think the second's more likely.
I agree. So Doc will go over to Ree and like very gently tap her shoulder, try to shake her awake.
I don't know, it's just too cozy, just 5 minutes.
Okay, Ree needs 5 more minutes.
Okay, I'll get Gray. Aurora.
God, why did you say it like that?
That was creepy as fuck.
That was very terrifying. I'm scared.
You already got Gray in the net.
Oh God, she
Oh,
starts
he
smothering
rips
him
up
with the
both.
monkey pelts.
Okay, well, Wadey is suggesting that I give mercy to Gray. So,
I accept that.
Aurora's gonna go over to Gray and lean. Actually, you know what? No, she's just gonna take off one of her gloves and just reach out and touch him with, cold ice hands.
Yeah, and Gray, you, in the midst of what is a warm, cozy, kind of blanketed, fluffy dream, there is this sudden, icy chill that runs down your spine, and as you take a breath in, your eyes flash open, and you see the visage of Aurora standing over you, kind of creepily looking down at you, and her hand icy to the touch on your cheek.
Time to get up, Gray.
Hold. What the hell?
Doc will
It's
just
one of the rare times I actually have a good dream.
Oh, well, that explains the lack of creepy mutterings tonight, which is good. If you're you're being stalked by a bear and her cubs, and Ree is sleeping for a little bit longer. Good luck.
Doc will gently shake Ree again.
I'm sorry, what?
Get your hands off my bacon, Chuck.
She'll give it just a little bit of a harder
Get your hands off my bacon,
Okay.
Chuck.
All right, I'm up. Fucking I'm up.
It's your turn. There's a mama bear and baby bears. So please don't kill them
Aw,
like this.
we kill the baby bears. Come on.
I know. But Gray might, so just let him.
Oh yeah, okay.
She's gonna just kind of fall on the ground.
Wait, which way do they go?
She'll point in the correct direction.
Okay.
Okay,
And
so
Aurora's last sentence, Aurora's gonna make sure Doc has plenty of monkey pelts before Aurora goes and sleeps herself, because if Doc dies tonight, it's sure as hell not gonna be from hypothermia.
So she gets all the monkey pelts out, and as they start to come out, you guys are starting to realize that these things have not been properly cured yet. They've been defleshed, but they are really starting to get stinky and musty. And as you lay them on you, you're like, oh, but it's so warm, and it is warm. But in the next 7 to 10 days, they're really gonna need to be cleaned before they start potentially causing issues.
Well, a little bit of prestidigitation helps for tonight, at least.
That is true. Do you have prestidigitation?
Well, yes, I do.
Oh.
That's the best cantrip known to literally anyone. It's my favorite.
When Doc's laying down, she'll be starting to pass out. She'll be like, those are so smelly, but I don't care. And then once you cast the spell, she'll just pass out.
Who is it? Thank you, Lucy.
Oh, thanks, buddy.
What a guy. He's like, now please don't kill Gray. Just give me a break. I'm over here in the UK having a whale of a good time, and I'm sorry, I gotta get those in when I can.
Look, I may or may not be attempting a bribe. Don't accept. No, I'm kidding. It said you can be the first gifted sub person if you did it, so I did it.
Oh, that's easy marketing. Okay, so you guys, so you lay down, as Aurora starts to like pull the monkey pelts up and over you. She whispers this little incantation, and she draws this sigil on the inside of the pelt as she's kind of like holding it up like a lean-to, and there's this flash of light that ripples across the inside of it, and suddenly the monkey fur goes from like really tattered and torn and like nappy and oily to like perfectly silky smooth and laid out like it had just been brushed, and the inside of it, the we'll call it the grime that has been building as the flesh has been kind of starting to decay. It crisps up really nice and kind of gains some liveliness, and the stink goes away.
That was one of her first super intentional magics, and it's very fitting that it was for that.
Okay, so with that being said, over the course of the next probably 30 seconds or so, both of you fall into a deep slumber, and Ree and Gray, you are left to your devices if you have any devices you'd like to be left to.
Yeah, first and foremost, yeah, Ree wants to just do like a perimeter walk. just like just a concentric circle, just like, like 20, 30 feet out.
Okay, go ahead and give me a survival check and a perception check, please.
Okay, and then perception.
Yes, please.
There we go.
Beautiful. So, as you're walking around, because you really hadn't seen it in this light, quite literally, because the moon's in a different spot, the campfire glowing ever so slightly, you do catch sight of these pretty large paw prints coming up and around the campfire in a wide arc, like it was staying away from it. And then behind it, you see two sets of smaller prints, and you recognize them immediately as bear and probably two bear cubs. But they come from the west and trail off out of the mountains, as opposed to where you guys are going, which is headed up into the mountains. You finish the perimeter search, looking around. You don't see or hear anything else that is alarming.
All right, yeah, and she'll go back to the camp. Sit down next to Gray.
You see anything with the bears?
I just found their tracks. It's like they're just kind of passing through, just being bears.
Just bears being bears.
And look like they're running from anything, which is nice. That's always nice to see.
Indeed. To be honest, you're probably snoring louder than they were.
Yeah, I was actually kind of surprised I didn't scare them off with my farts in the middle of the night. They probably would have wanted to go the exact opposite direction. Okay.
Maybe that's why they left.
Yeah, maybe. So, all right. I gotta know, man. Why did you want Krogmore killed? And the other two are asleep, so I mean, you don't have to try to say anything to just give it to me straight. Why did you want him killed?
As I believe I said everything in court before, actually. I told you I wasn't lying. I was trying to do a good act, and he seemed like the vile sort that would cause problems for everyone around him.
I talked to him. He was actually a surprisingly noble person. He was actually surprisingly honorable, which is I wasn't expecting that, to be honest. Like, if it wasn't for him, you guys wouldn't. You and Doc would still be in prison. Doc might still be dead. So I don't know. Maybe what you did taught him something. Maybe I don't know, but I don't think he was as bad as we thought he was.
Maybe, maybe not. Point is, I failed. Well, Doc failed, and well, here we are.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
you're
tell
right.
me about this village of yours. Are all of them like super strong like you, or
Oh no, no. I mean, there are some strong little fuckers, but I was always kind of like the strongest and strongest and smartest of all the goblins. Um, nah, I mean, they're like your typical goblins. Little scumbags, little kind of just scrabbling to the top of the shit pile type of people, really. Except for my brothers.
I'd say I should. I'd say I'd ask if I had to keep an eye on my coin purse, but quite currently it's empty.
Well, yeah, you're probably gonna want to keep an eye on like any kind of shiny things. Regardless, I mean, they might try to fucking I don't know steal your tooth. I don't know if you're not looking. You got like a shiny tooth, and they'll probably try to nab it out of your head.
Good thing I don't have any shiny teeth, I think.
Yeah, I've seen it happen. It's weird. But
So they just hammer it out, or
well, yeah. I mean, they'll try to like they'll try to like grab it out with their fucking fingernails, or if they have a hammer, yeah, that work. But yeah, usually, or they'll try to bite it out, one or the other, whatever's easiest. Yeah, it's some fucked up shit.
I see. And these are like shiny gems and things like that as well.
Oh yeah, I mean, well, I mean that's kind of what we did in the raiding parties. We would find people up in the mountains, and we would rob them from all their worth. A lot of people thought there was like fucking mystical shit up in those mountains, treasure and all kinds of other bullshit, and they would go up there looking for them, and we would meet them and fucking take them of all their shit. And sometimes, yeah,
I see, smart.
well, I don't know if it was smart. I mean, some people thought it was smart. Like Rokag,
Well, it worked, didn't
my
it?
warlord. Not for the bull, not for Rokag, my chieftain there, my warlord leader, I guess we can call him.
Well, from what I've heard, he blew himself up, correct? Or
Yeah,
something like that. Or there was an explosion, I think you mentioned.
yeah, yeah. No, he wasn't very good at the booyog, and he blew himself up. Yeah, like he was trying to. I don't know what the fuck he was trying to do. He was trying to like bedazzle a couple of halflings or whatever the fuck they were, and fucking popping himself like a grape. Gnarly.
I see. Well, you don't have to worry about that. I think our magic is perfectly fine. That is, if Aurora can aim her magic.
I mean,
Hopefully
yeah,
she aims it better than her arrows, because it'll definitely sting more.
yeah. I guess she said she almost hit me with a firebolt or something like that.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
I think he did. Wasn't aiming at me, was she?
Anyway, I think we should, I guess, keep an eye out in case anything happens.
Yeah, I guess you're right. All right.
Alright.
Okay, so through the
I'll go look over there. You should check this side.
Okay.
And then Gray will kind of walk off a bit.
Okay. So through the remainder of the late evening into early morning, why don't you both give me one more perception check, respectively?
Oh, it looked like it was a 2 or 3, but that's weird.
Ooh, not good, Gray. You better get that shit out of the way right now. Okay, so,
I have the slow-mo dice now.
So, as you're walking around, you see Gray just kind of aimlessly, like, looking up at the stars, like looking up at the mountains and then like up at the very highest peaks of the mountain tops and then up into the moon, and he just kind of loses himself in the moment. You stay absolutely dead focused on making sure nothing's going to sneak up on you, especially since you've already identified the fact that there were definitely bears here. But the remainder of the evening goes without incident, and there are no obvious signs of any hostilities, and morning comes.
I would say the entire time, if we're separately walking around too, that I would make sure that Gray is within eyesight of Ree at all times. She would never let him disappear from her sight at all.
Okay, understood. So, as you two are kind of circling the camp, you start to... Oh, go ahead, Gray. Yes, Gray.
Oh no, this was a thing for if we're gonna wake up the others, for morning, I guess. I want to cast Major Image and make a giant cold wind flow over, or a hot wind go over Aurora.
Rude.
You're going to do that with Major Image? You're going to burn that high level of a spell slot right off the bat?
I'm petty.
Okay, you know what? Hey, look, I just want to confirm, because I don't want you to be later on like, I cast Major Image 4 times, and I'm like, you used a spell slot, bitch. Yeah, perfect. So, you guys circle around each other for the better part of the evening. Gray, you kind of lose yourself in your thoughts and like, oh shit, man, there's all sorts of crazy stuff going on. Ree's watching you and the camp like a hawk. Morning comes, it's time to wake the group up. Gray, you approach quietly Aurora, and you perform your incantation. I'm sorry, you said this was Major Image?
Yeah, so it does create heat and stuff like that. I did check.
Okay, so what is the image going to be of? Like, what is the object, creature, or other visible phenomena? Is it just like a burst of just hot wind? Like you would see drifting up and across the desert?
There'd be like a fire next to Aurora, but I feel like it would be a fire next to Aurora, so she could feel like the heat.
Okay.
But obviously it can't actually light anything on fire.
Right, exactly. Okay, perfect. So, give me a second.
That is so rude. Like, I love it so
It's
much.
the opposite of what you did.
Okay.
Exactly.
I had to look up what the temperature of a campfire was, so, okay. So,
Now I'm contemplating getting burning hands for the next watch.
alright, so you perform your incantation, and as you finish the last syllable and the last swooping trace of the sigil in the air, there's a flash of red energy that erupts in the form of a massive 20-foot wide bonfire next to, almost on top of Aurora. Aurora, you were drifting through the icy nethers of your own psyche, trying your hardest to enjoy a dream, when suddenly a red dragon springs from the ice around you, clawing its way out of the ground, spitting fonts of lava down onto you. Your eyes in the real world pop open, and as you look to your left, make a wisdom saving throw.
1 second, I'm still mid-build. My wisdom is +2. So
Yeah,
I'm
you can just
gonna
roll
do
it in. Yep, no problem. Okay, so 17. So you do not panic and flee, but as you look next to you, there is a massive, I mean, absolutely massive, 20-foot high plume of fire spinning next to you, and the heat radiating off of it. You feel as if it is melting your face off. Now, it's not actually causing any physical damage. Actually, doesn't Major Image actually cause damage?
We can all see this, right?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
And I have her reaction too once you're finished with description things.
I think that's Phantasmal Force.
Yes, yep, okay, I just wanted to make sure it didn't actually do it. So it feels like your face and your scales are blistering off of your body. Doc, you also feel the heat and wake up immediately as you're like, oh, whoa, what the fuck? I mean, it's like this vortex of flame. And yeah, you see it. You see Gray very clearly perform a spell, and as it finishes, you see the. I mean, it looks real though. It looks like he just summoned this gout of fire that is just hovering over Aurora. Aurora, what do you do?
So Aurora, like, grabs the furs that she was wrapped in, rolls away from the fire, and immediately throws out a hand, and it's just, like, so I'm using cantrip frostbite, but it's kind of the same instinct that she did with the deer, where it's
Sure.
just like, she's just raw, just ice.
Yep. Okay, so you do so. Your hand comes up. An incantation just pours out of your mouth, and you feel your jaw acting independently of your brain. It is not intentional. As you finish, your hands flash with this icy frost, and little bits of frost and water begin to spit off into the fire. Nothing happens to the fire.
So see if Ree sees Gray.
Actually, when she does that, can I make like stop concentrating on it and go, look, you did it.
Give me a performance check.
Ree is also moving in for.
Oh no, I'm being very sarcastic.
Ree's also moving in for basically a tackle at this point.
On Gray or on Aurora?
on Gray, yeah.
Doc would
So hang on. We got an order of operations here. So I've got the performance check. Ree, give me an attack roll. Just using your strength modifier and your proficiency modifier.
Oh no.
That will be versus a 12. Oh no! Oh wait, do you have a 12 and or 11?
So wait,
It's a 12.
strength modifier plus
I have a
my
12.
proficiency, right? So that's-
Yes.
Yeah, so
yeah.
that's
Oh.
a 14 total.
Perfect. Okay, so order of operations here. Doc, what are you doing?
So Doc would have sat up, she would have seen the fire and seen how close it was to Aurora, and she would have thrown her gorilla pelt at it to try to put it out.
Okay, so here's how this goes down. So, the flame goes up. Aurora instinctively is already up. The incantation is leaving her mouth before she can even function. As the frost begins to spit forward, Gray, you are grabbed from behind hard at the waist and brought straight to the ground. On top, you can hear Ree screaming. As that happens, boom, you hit the ground, you go, ah, you did it! And you immediately lose concentration and the spell fizzles. After that, a raw monkey pelt goes flying over Aurora, spins about 6 feet, and lands on the ground where the fire once was.
Doc is actually, just for the record, when she sat up, she was holding her throat, and then she just like threw the pelt with the other hand.
The simplest of things. How do we wake the party up today? Oh, hey, what's going on?
What's up, bud? Oh, he's just the
That's
cutest.
Eddie.
Did Eddie get to see the D&D movie too?
No, he didn't.
Ah, okay, fair enough.
What the fuck?
I think
Yeah, and Ree is like on top of Gray, like hands around the waist, screaming.
Ray, the fire's gone. You can get off. Now.
Oh man, what the hell? Why you burning our friends? What the fuck?
That was you?
Wait.
That was fake.
okay, everybody
It was
take
Just an illusion, Ray.
Like,
Oh.
oh, that was fake. You nearly melted my goddamn scales off.
Let's all just
Really, I don't see a mark where the fire was.
Everybody
Fucking
looks at
mark,
the...
I will show you a fucking mark.
listen.
As everybody instinctually looks over as he says that, there is no mark on the ground.
Okay, listen, you two especially. We were told specifically that our friendship is what is going to help us fight the assholes who hugged me to death. If you are not doing this, to
And
be
consider this a
friendly,
team building exercise.
Doc, she thinks for a second, starts to reach for Aurora's bow, and second guesses it. I'm not good at shooting.
No. Oh, here. Use this one. And I'm gonna pass you your new hand crossbow.
Gray.
You are handed a hand crossbow, by the way, so don't forget to write that down, or I'll call you out later when you say I want to use it, and I said you never took it.
I will take it.
Okay.
Thank you. Also, questions, but for later. Okay.
Bree, can you get off now, please?
Doc and
Oh, yeah,
Aurora,
sure.
can I please have perception checks?
I'm at a +5. I'm really struggling with spells. I'm sorry.
No,
I
it's
have
fine.
one,
It's fine.
And it's yeah.
Yep, it's 1, and it's sorcerer, and I believe it's only level 1 or lower, so...
Yep. And there aren't many like distinct. ice
I know,
options.
I know. When you do have the opportunity to pick your what the hell are they called? Your what the fuck is it called? Your sorcery point things. They're not
The font of
invocations. Yeah, it's the font of magic abilities. So you get a certain amount that you can pick, but I'm almost positive there is one in there that allows you to change the flavor of element of a spell that you cast for sorcery points, just so we're clear.
Well, in that case, I need to look at that first because I'm taking Burning Hands, and if I can make it ice, because that'd just be fucking cool.
That being said, Chromatic Orb's a great spell if it's level 1.
It is. Yeah.
Yeah, I was looking at it. I'm trying not to have Cat make the decision. I'm trying to have Aurora's instincts being manipulated by a kobold soul make the decision.
I think
Meeple used Chromatic Orb.
self-preservation. Yeah, that's true. Meeple did use Chromatic Orb.
People use Chromatic Orb?
He did.
Oh, well, then that might be that.
All right, so let's see. We've got I'm sorry. That was a 19 and a 14. Okay, so as you two are kind of sitting there still, half huddled in the monkey pelts, half getting ready to choke the shit out of Gray, you see Gray and Ree's hair tussle suddenly as if wind had blown by them, but you don't feel a gust. Instinctually, you look to the right of them, which is the direction their hair blew, and about 30 feet away from you, to the south of the camp, you see something hit a tree hard as fuck, and it makes an audible
Get down!
as Doc says get down, and you see the two of them trace something past the two of you. You two now instinctually look over, and you see the following. Stuck to the tree, there are...
By the way, Ree stands up and looks the opposite direction of the tree.
So everybody but Ree, and now the three of you are focused, and Ree turns around and looks the other way. So on the tree, you guys see something that you immediately recognize. Maybe. You see the Javelin of Lightning embedded in the tree about 6 inches. Hanging from the bottom of the javelin, pinned to the tree, are 4 massive burlap sacks that are very clearly weighted down to the max with something, but you're not sure what. All 4 of the sacks are completely covered in blood. The blood is not actively dripping, but they're very clearly saturated. The very center, now there are 4, so the most center of the 4 bags, affixed to it, you see what appears to be a scraggly set of red, bushy, dwarven mutton chops, as well as a mutilated nose on the center of the heavy part of the bag, 2 decimated ears that have been removed from a body, and at the bottom, hanging at the very bottom of the sack, which is only about 3 feet up on the tree, you see what is very clearly a bulbous chin that has a suspiciously deep crevice running down the center, all affixed to the bag in a very grotesque and mutilated fashion. What do you do?
So
Not me this time.
as Doc, so Doc will recognize the javelin because that was hers. And she goes, "Oh, that was mine." And then as she realizes, as she sees what has happened, she will look on in horror and kind of scramble up to her feet to run over. And then she'll realize who it was, and she'll stand there looking really confused and torn.
Ree will shout, "Hey, who fucking threw that?" And start making her way in the opposite direction of the tree stuff.
Can I tell how long it's been, like, he's been dead? Can I tell how long the head has been off the body, or?
So there's no head. There is 2 ears that have been removed from a head, a nose that has been removed from a head, the chin that has a crevice running down the center of it that's been removed from a head, and bushy, gross-looking mutton chops that have very clearly been torn off of a face.
And I recognize them, I assume.
Yeah, immediately. The you don't really understand that, like, the nose, the ears, and the mutton chops not so much, but as soon as you see the chin, belong to Krogmar.
Can I tell how long he's
Make a medicine check.
And immediately she's praying, by the way, for his soul. 15?
So Doc rushes over to this bag, and as you get closer, Doc, the whole scene reeks like copper. It smells like a heavy metal. It smells. I mean, it smells so badly of blood.
The surgery gone bad, almost.
Kind of. As you look at actually, yes. Yes, Kat, thank you. I did actually note that on my end earlier. I meant to say something, but thank you. So as you kind of look, couple of things that pop out. First of all, these items, these body parts, have been affixed to this central bag with some sort of, like, wadded up, almost looks like it was chewed up cartilage that has become very gummy and then stuck to it. Okay, you pop the chin off, you put it back on, it sticks no problem, though it's a little bit cockeyed. And as you look at, like, where the wound began and then the flesh around it, these were removed from the body that was keeping him alive less than 6 hours ago.
She will. So she's already praying. I guess she'll try to take the javelin out. It's stuck to a tree or to the ground. I apologize.
It's stuck about 3 feet up, 3.5 feet up in the tree.
Okay. So she's gonna see if she can try to remove it from the tree. She's not
Okay.
even looking over her shoulder. Her main concern is
Make a
making
strength
this
check.
as right as possible. Okay.
While she's doing that, Ree would like to search the area to see if I can find whoever threw it.
Okay, make a perception check.
That's a 4.
Okay. Okay. So, Ree, as you begin to look around the area, you don't see shit except for you guys. Doc, as you try to yank it out, you feel that the weight of the bag under this is extremely heavy, and it's making it very difficult to wedge free. Also, this thing is stuck in the tree pretty deep. Also, side note, Candace, I was looking at your character sheet. I noticed you're still really low on hit points. Were you not going to be spending hit dice to heal?
No, I was gonna use close ones.
Oh,
Sorry.
okay. No. It's fine. Closed wounds doesn't matter because it's a cantrip, so you can do it whenever the hell you want. I just assumed because you had hit dice before you long rested, you would have done it then.
I would have.
Okay, so go ahead and do your closed wounds up to half your hit dice, so that way you get half your hit dice back.
Thank you.
Okay, so Ree begins to very frantically scour the area. Doc is furiously trying to wedge and wrench this thing free from the tree. What are the other two doing?
I think Gray would be kind of just disgusted trying to figure out what just happened. Because I don't think this just came out of nowhere.
Okay. Is there anything in particular, or is he just kind of inwardly reflecting and trying to like think it through himself?
No, I think he's trying to think it through himself of like, this is disgusting. Why would anything do this? Kind of.
Okay, understood.
He's seen a lot, but this isn't his style.
No, this is definitely... There's evil, and then there's what the fuck is this shit? Okay, cool. So, Doc, are you going to stick with that?
Yeah, I'm at full now.
Perfect, thank you.
And Aurora's she's really not bothered by it as much. So she's just going to go into like what put it here as opposed to, oh no, why the horror? It's just like it's going into helping Ree kind of only independently, same sort of thing. Just
Okay.
defend, figure out what the fuck you left it here.
And after a moment of Ree not finding anything, she'll take out her hammer. Whoever fucking threw that, you better fucking show yourselves.
Make an intimidation check.
Intimidate the air. Hang on. Oh, there it is. Hey, not bad.
Holy shit. Dude, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That is... I rolled an 8. So...
It's terrible.
So you shout at the air, and suddenly there's a small voice that pipes up quickly from deep in the boughs of a tree, above where this javelin has found itself. You hear,
Okay. Please, no shoot. No kill me. Please. Oh, please. I move so fast, Mr. Grace. I move faster here. Okay? It's all I do. Okay, now I go.
and then you see the branches and the leaves shift suddenly to the left, and you see this little blue streak zip out of the tree and fucking bolt back to the east.
What the fuck was that? Gray.
Did I recognize it since I saw them before?
You didn't see them standing still, but the streak, yes, it was familiar to you. Yep.
Okay, then Aurora's just gonna, calmly grab her bow and then turn to Gray and await an explanation.
Hey, Gray, there's a little creepy tree monster that just called your name. Do you know any?
Tree monsters? No. What? What does that have to do with anything?
Make a deception check.
I was gonna say I would insight.
No, I don't know what she's talking about.
Yeah, there's a little.
She said there's a tree monster calling
I
her name.
I didn't actually see what it was either, right? It's just like
That's
it just
true.
darted out
That's
too
true.
fast.
That's
Yeah.
true. That's true. I'll give you that. Lucy, I'll give you that. You don't have to make a deception check.
Reed's being pretty vague about it. She's just like, some weird fucking voice thing just talked to me, said something about, said your name, said something that told you to do something, and then fucking disappeared. The fuck does that mean?
To be fair, Doc is pretty focused on
Wait,
trying to get
trees
that
know my
figure out
name
of
now?
Hey, piss off any trees?
Maybe?
Piss on too many trees?
It kind of looked like
I
what
don't
was
think I did that one, but maybe.
near you in the Dwarven city, which is interesting.
Really quick. I'm just sorry. I apologize. I'm going to stop this roleplay really quick for just a moment. Kat, there. So I was. It's funny. I was trying to figure out where the hell I was getting this elemental thing with the metamagic feats or the metamagic abilities you get as a sorcerer. I was wrong. It is actually a homebrew metamagic option that I created about 6 months ago because I got into an argument with somebody over why it's bullshit. They don't have a flavor changing thing for sorcerers. So what it is, just so you know, you can take any of the metamagic options you would like, whatever two you choose, and if you would like to replace one of them, it is called Elemental Empowerment. And what that does is it allows you to spend 2 sorcery points to change the elemental flavor of any spell you can cast that deals elemental damage. Elemental being the main element, so just not bludgeoning, piercing. It's not bludgeoning, piercing, slashing, or psychic. Anything else is fair game to another element.
Right. So that'll have to be when I hit level 3 then, because I don't get metamagics until then.
Okay, understood. I just
thought-
wanted to make sure that you
I-
understood that. And I will
I
send
love
you
that.
I will send you the actual details, like the actual custom thing, and then I'll go into D&D Beyond and create the custom feat or the custom option for you.
Yeah, that
That's
would
a really
be
cool one.
fantastic because I'm absolutely taking it next level. And so when Gray wakes me up with fire, then I'm going to icy hands in response.
I love it. I love it. Okay, sorry, I apologize about that.
It kind of looks like what you had near you in the Dwarven city, which is interesting.
Doc's still struggling with the javelin in the tree, and she's getting really frustrated.
Doc, give me another strength check.
Ree eventually starts to come back too towards the other tree.
Do it with
That's a
advantage.
negative.
I was going to say, you can do it with advantage if Ree is going to come and help you.
Yeah, she'll come out.
That's a 5. Or, sorry, a 6.
You are suffering from being brought back from the dead twice in 2 days. Yeah, she's even with you, Ree. She's just fucking struggling. She's making it way harder.
Hey,
She'll
do, you,
let
do you want
go.
do you want me to just do you want me to take care of it? You want me to get this? Just yeah.
She'll
I got-
let
I-
go and like grumpy stomp. She's just
Okay.
really getting frustrated.
All right, Ree, give me a strength check.
I got this.
I really want Gray to end up being the one to succeed at this. Or that.
Like butter, it slips right out of that thing. It's like it's like, it's like a greased hog. You just right on out.
Let's see what the problem was here.
So as soon as you do that, the sack that was being held, the burlap sack that was being held in place, drops, hits the ground. As it hits the ground, the top of it opens up, and what appears to be dozens, if not hundreds, of gold pieces begin to spill out from the bag.
And I see
And
all
they
the
are,
face
and they are,
parts.
yeah, and all the face parts. I mean, you see the whole, as you walk up and are pulling it, you see the face parts stuck to the bag. As the bag hits the ground, it kind of like, the face kind of like, and then gold just begins to fucking spill out of this thing. And it makes a loud, and all the
Great.
coins are covered in blood. Every one of them.
Gray, what'd you do?
Doc is, as she's trying to, she doesn't give a shit about the money. She like dumps the sack out. She's trying to make this as right as possible. She's really she's got tears streaming down her face, and she's praying to Garl the whole time.
So the other 3 sacks, because they're all kind of pinned together with that, they also hit the ground and begin to spill things out. And there are literally thousands of coins in these sacks. And you see a variety of copper, silver, gold, platinum.
Doc pays no attention to the coin. It's really just she's trying to. She like grabs her dagger and starts trying to like get the face parts off of the. She's carefully trying to get the face parts off of the sack, like disconnected from that. She's really clearly very disturbed and desperately trying to do anything she can.
Yeah, I think Gray would look just kind of as surprised as Doc, because he definitely didn't expect this to happen.
Great. What
This is
did
where
you?
Lucy realizes he forgot to include a important part in his message that he thought he did, but didn't.
Doc, there is a you feel a static
Yeah.
in your mind, and you hear the sound of the priestess from the Temple of Garl enter your mind. Doc, I don't have much time. You need to get away. You need to run. Krogmar's been assassinated in the city. They may be coming for you next. He's been cut into pieces and stacked like some sort of vigil or sigil or something of the sort. The evil, the darkness is coming for... And the spell fades from your mind.
Do I feel like I can respond?
Yes. The connection's open, she just rambled.
So, give me a second just to think really quick. She says, please stay safe. I'll do the same. Not sure what caused this. Thank you for all you have done. Garl, watch over you.
And as you finish the last of your vocalizations, you guys all collectively see Doc's nugget. It glows bright for just a second or two, and then, and as it finishes, the spell concludes. Okay.
Great. What did you do?
Not this. What the fuck happened?
Doc will turn on her heel to face Gray, and she has, for the first time any of you have probably ever seen, she has rage on her face. And she starts moving toward him. Give an explanation now.
Fuck if I know. Look, there was these shadow things around me, right? They're given to me. And I told them, get the money, plant some on someone else, and then do whatever they want. But far away from us. I didn't tell them to do anything related to killing Krogma.
Well, you told me to do that and I failed. And you continue to bring that up, but you need to remember, whoever gave this to you, look at what your intentions got turned into. Remember that. Whoever gave those to you, look at what they did to you. Look what they did to him.
I'm sure it was just a mistake on their part. He probably didn't know what they were doing.
Yeah, and it was a mistake on my part to use a spell instead of a dagger, and look where that got us.
He was gonna do good with that money. He was gonna use it to help people. He was gonna help his community.
So what? I don't care.
Gray, you are not.
I didn't want him dead. I gave up on that.
When he says that, her shoulders kind of drop away from her ears a little bit, and the rage on her face turns into pity.
Make an insight check, Doc.
That's a -3, I think. Oh no, okay.
Never mind.
Sorry, it's a
Yeah.
3.
Yeah, you don't know your ass from a hole in the ground. You cannot read this man in any way, shape, or form because, unfortunately, you've allowed rage to cloud your mind for the time being, and it has thrown you off, which is why you switched to pity.
She takes a deep breath, like audibly. Her eyes close and her fists clench, and then she breathes out and she looks a little bit more like Doc. And she says, regardless of what he's telling you, you are not lost.
I'm
She
currently lost at
turns-
the moment as to why the fuck Krogma came into bits.
She turns and walks back over, and she starts, as she doesn't have a shovel or anything, so she's going to try to use her dagger to start digging into the ground a little bit. And as she's doing that, she's praying. But before she starts praying, she says, we need to move now. And she starts digging into the ground to try to do some kind of burial for the remains of.
I mean, to be fair, you really only have to dig. I mean, it's pretty. There's a very small amount of him here, and the ground is soft. So yeah, within 20 seconds, you're fine.
So Ree would like to. Well, first she would also like to insight check Gray
Yeah, absolutely, please.
as to him being truthful, and then she's going to help Doc with this process.
Okay, go ahead and give me an insight check. And Aurora, I don't know if you're reading him or not, but you're more than welcome to as well. Yeah, it's tough. He's so fucking handsome that you just sometimes cannot get past those beautiful ebony locks that swing to and fro.
Oh God, I feel
Wow, none of you guys.
Smoldering luck.
Gray doesn't even have to roll shit for deception. Here's the thing. I was just going to give you a little bit of potential information, and I'll just leave it at that. But never mind. You are all so in shock by what the fuck just happened that nobody can pick up. You're just like, no, he's got to be. I mean, there's no way. There is no way anybody would want this to happen. Killing is one thing, but mutilation is fucked up.
What gave you the tree monsters? What? How why? What? Where? When?
I don't know how. While I was in jail, I got them.
Somebody gave them to you? Like, here, have my creepy tree monster pets?
Although they just appeared around me. I fell asleep, and when I woke up after a dream, boom, they were whistling around me.
Oh, because that definitely sounds trustworthy.
As Doc pats the ground after we've properly buried the remains and she finishes her prayer, she will look up fully composed and she will say, "We can't blame Gray. His intentions, every time, are innocent, but he has allowed himself to be clouded by the intentions of others.
Oh no, I totally meant to steal the gold. That was completely on purpose.
But you did not mean to kill him this time."
No, I was absolutely. Also, I was hoping it would be in the, like your pocket plane, like your coin purse with the pocket plane.
That's not what happened.
I guess Krogmaw took it out. Yeah,
Remember.
I can see that. Krogmaw's dead on like bits there.
Remember this. Remember this. And she will turn to Gray and look him in the eyes, and she will say, "I forgive you." And then she's going to look over to where the coin is, and she's going to say, "This should not be in vain. We should still allow the town to have the coin that he was going to use to help them."
Doesn't feel right taking it at this point.
Why?
It's literally blood money.
So?
I don't necessarily. No, yeah, no. Well, first of all, we can't stop right now to go and take it back to
We
this
also
town.
can't send it back because then we will be blamed for his death. We've been put in a very difficult position here.
So I have an idea,
Oh, I don't like that.
and that is that we take this money and we put it towards doing what we can to help the dwarves from afar, or the others, or we don't spend it
Or we use it for
casually.
ourselves.
No, you don't get to make a damn decision about what happens with this coin, Gray. Some
I'm the
good
reason
does
we
need to
have the
happen.
Coin.
Well, I don't know if you want to own that, Gray.
I mean, you're also the one who helped us lose the
Oh,
coin
I
in
didn't
the
want
first
him to
place.
kill him. My instructions were to grab the coin, lead them somewhere else, and then fuck off, essentially.
Well, they didn't like being told to fuck off, apparently. Most evil deities don't
Stay away
enjoy
from
being
us.
told to fuck off.
Have they fucked off?
I'm gonna crouch down
Apparently.
and put a hand on the ground and spend a first level spell slot. Primeval awareness.
Yep, I got you.
Like, should we be worried about these things? Are they gonna
Pretty
fucking
sure-
cut it? No,
Hang on, I'll tell you. Just
You see, as
okay.
as her
They're
hand.
supposed to disappear for a day.
That's true.
After a day.
So, you see, she reaches down, she touches the ground. There is a pulse of energy from the bottom of her palm, almost sonic looking. It just kind of makes the ground ripple underneath her touch. And then her eyes go completely white as she begins to look around as if she's seeing something that's not visible to the rest of you. Aurora, you sense...
And she's going to be saying this out loud as they're sensed. Even if it ends up being like dragons and fiends in the whole list.
Okay, so sorry, I had to pull my notes up. I was like, what the fuck is in the area? Okay, so this is within. Oh wait, is mountains is your favorite terrain, correct?
No, it is not. I like plains and I like forests.
Touche. Okay,
Only
so
1 mile here.
so
which is
within
a lot.
within 1 mile, you sense the following. You sense. You sense elementals and fae. And you sense far more fae than elementals.
She's gonna kind of half mutter that under her breath as her eyes are still doing the really weird thing, and then she's gonna be kind of blinking back at folks and saying, "Well, there's fae, a lot of them, or at least a decent amount. And there's elementals. I don't know what the fuck those things were, so I don't know if that helps at all. But I do know that we need to not stay here and spend a lot of time considering."
Gray, does that help at all?
No.
Doc will
Why would that
grab-
help?
Doc will grab the gold nugget around her neck, and she will say a prayer in her mind, but it is just, please forgive Gray. He's still learning. He is following.
Don't ask forgiveness for me.
It's in her head. He is.
Okay, my bad.
But still, shut up. Don't pray for me.
I know you're praying about me right now.
Yeah, I can see you praying about me, bitch. Don't do it.
She just looks like angry glaring at him while she's.
Your gold nugget is Morris coding me.
But
Well, I mean, if they're not going to
basically-
do anything, Gray's going to start grabbing, opening his pocket, just
Oh,
showing.
like
Wipe it
no,
off
right? That
first.
no.
Wipe it first, at least. Get his blood off of it.
Also, you don't get to keep this blood money.
He gets at least 10,000 of the silver.
Minus what was paid for his fine?
That's what I owe him.
Okay. Okay.
Basically, her prayer was just, please forgive Gray. He's still lost, and she's going to continue to try until either he is saved or she is dead.
Oh, don't make prayers involving you dying again. How many times?
It's been a few. And then she will go over and help with getting the money picked up. We can't send it back because then they will think that we killed him, whether or
Yes,
not it's
less
true.
talking, more money. Come on.
Aurora's gonna pull out the purse of the pocket plane, and she's going to also just machine gun magic as this stuff's going into the purse. We're
Okay.
just cleaning off a cubic foot of
I mean-
this at a time.
Okay, so
I figured that Gray was already had like the hole on the ground. It was kind of like starting to move a bag.
Okay, yeah. So at this point, as you guys are all talking and bullshitting around, as you begin to pull the coin purse, the pocket plane out, you start to vacuum up some of the money. You realize Gray has already started dragging an entire bag of coins towards his hole.
Don't talk
Talk about his hole.
Don't go.
Gray, it can go into the portable hole because we need to go and save Ree's family. But that money is not yours to spend. We are going to do good with it.
Some of that
You
should
owe
go-
Doc.
You can do good with whatever you want.
He owes me nothing, and I owe him nothing at this point.
And by the way, Ree is not helping with this at all. She does not feel comfortable with this.
I expected that.
She'll, Doc, would Doc notice? Do you want me to do perception, or do you think she'd notice?
Would Doc notice what?
That Ree's not helping.
No, it's clear as day.
It's obvious she's
Yeah,
not
it's
helping.
very clear. Yeah, like Aurora is playing the vacuum game. You are there by yourself. Gray is dragging a bag, and Ree's like, nope, don't want none of this bullshit.
Just kind of turns her back to the whole scene and just kind of.
Doc will let Gray and Aurora deal with the money, and she'll go over to Ree. And she'll say, I don't agree with it either, and someone else will get this money that can use it more than we can. We can't send it back to Underhill, or it's going to make us look guilty. Whether or not Gray intended for that to happen, it's what happened. And we can't have you and Aurora also being put down for something you had nothing to do.
First chance I get, it's going back.
It's fine by me. Give it to the temple. She deserves it more than anyone.
Yeah, I'll do that. But I'm
Okay.
not helping with this.
No, it's fine.
Gray, are you emptying the contents of the bag into your portable hole? Okay.
I was thinking of just putting the bag in itself, so
Yeah.
it's not.
Yep, no problem. I need you to do me a favor and roll a D4. No, that's okay. Okay, so you get the following: 30 platinum,
Okay.
and 695 gold. And for those of
That
you
it?
keeping track, yeah, that's a lot of fucking money. That's it. That's all there was. Yep.
And then, Aurora, were you putting? You said you were doing prestidigitation on it as you were scooping shit into your bag.
Yep, she's trying. She's actively trying to make the magic happen. So that-
I'll give you this. Each bag that you pour in or that you vacuum up, it is easy enough to perform your I mean, it's, a single incantation, a wave of the hand, and poof, the blood. It doesn't evaporate off of it, but it almost sinks into the ground. Like as you force it off of the coins, the ground pulls it in.
I know it's a cantrip, but I feel like this, because it's very intentional magic from her, is going to take, she's going to feel tired afterwards, even though it's not a spell slot thing. But this,
Understood.
she's trying.
Yeah, I mean, you're sitting there, incantation after incantation after incantation and vacuuming up with the bag. I mean, it's like getting down with a what the hell are they called? The dust, yeah, it's like a dust buster. You're just like, and during the whole thing, you're praying the rosary and you're just like, ah, damn, I'm gonna take a nap after this. Yeah.
As they're doing that,
Okay, hold on. Let me get coin to her really quick since she's doing this, and then I'll come back to you. I apologize. Okay, so Kat, you gain the following in the form of coin: 27 gold, 1,074 silver, and 1,074 copper. and that is the entire contents of the remaining 3 bags.
Okay, got it.
Okay, Candace, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
So as they're doing that, Doc's gonna say, I received a message from the priestess. This is to Ree. I received a message from the priestess, and she was very concerned. She said she was worried that the darkness was coming for me. I assume it's whatever Gray sent to her, but I can send her a message to make sure she's okay, but that is also a revivify. So what do I do?
Did she sound like she was in trouble?
I don't know. She sounded worried, but I think she was worried about me. I told her to stay safe. I told her I would do the same, and I said thank you. She can't answer me, though, after I answer her, unless I start another spell or she does.
I mean, maybe whatever did that, it could be doing terrible things to other people in the town.
That's what I'm worried about. Do you think it... I mean, are you okay with me using what could be a revivify to check on her?
Yeah.
So with that, she's going to cast Sending, and she's going to send a message to the priestess.
Okay, back up real quick. You said you were casting Sending, but you needed to use the equivalent of a Revivify?
Yeah, they're the same level.
Oh,
Spell level, yeah.
oh, level. God, I thought you were talking about material components. I was like, dude, you only need a short piece of copper wire to cast Sending. What the fuck are you doing?
It's either 3 revivifies or 2 revivifies.
Understood. Okay, I apologize. I misunderstood the resource necessity. Yep, I got it.
Oh, you
Sorry.
do still have one more after that. I thought it was going to be... Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you perform a sending spell.
Yeah.
So you mutter your incantation as you finish holding your golden nugget up and tracing it in the sigil of the sending. You drop it and you feel like the sound of a gong going off in your ear, and you hear the. You feel the portal or the gateway open. Yep.
Okay. So she'll just say. Give me 1 second. Please let me know that you are okay. I know you mentioned darkness. Is everyone in town all right? I should be just fine.
The connection fades on your end as your words are sent through the ether to her. And there's a pause. And then you hear... It is good to hear from you again, my friend. I am okay. The clergy members are okay. The city is okay. But chaos has been sown this day. Be careful of your friend Gray.
She'll kind of like side glance over at Gray, and then she'll speak quietly to Ree, and she'll say, "She's okay. This act caused a big problem."
Doc, make an insight check.
It's a 15.
You've known this woman for a little bit over a month now, and never once have you heard her speak in rhyme. It was very uncharacteristic.
So she'll stop for a second and she'll say, "She didn't sound like herself, though. Like her voice sounded like her. She was rhyming. She was talking like a, like a poem. Like, you know how in Set Sail for Ale, the words sound the same.
Yeah.
She was talking like that. She was speaking a song.
I mean, sometimes that happens. You say things that sound like, oh, that's funny, that rhymed.
It seemed like it was on purpose. I don't like it. I will say I don't like it. we need to go save Chuck and Chuck first. But
Yeah.
maybe come back after, and Gray and I can stay on the outskirts of town, and we'll have you and Aurora do a check.
Yeah.
Oh, well, we need to be careful. Something doesn't feel right. Something doesn't feel right, Ree. Those are our people now.
Yeah. Okay.
Let's not waste time.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
She
Find those
said,
things.
when she messaged me, she said something about the darkness, and she sounded like her. And now she said she's fine.
And then she
didn't-
sounded weird.
Yeah. I don't like it. And
Fuck. Do you think the same thing that like has been happening is just start happening there?
what kind of thing?
You know, like the
in their
fucking
after?
the hug monster and the fucking.
Oh, I wish that was a hug monster. They didn't make people rhyme though. I don't know. It was weird.
We give them a whole lot of chance to talk.
I don't know. I don't like it. I can say that. So let's move. I've already wasted enough time, and we need to go save your family. And I can't. I'll apologize every day for the rest of my life. She starts to tear up, so she just turns away from you.
All right, let's pack it up. Let's get the fuck out of here.
The pelts go in the bag of holding, and then Aurora is packed up with probably another prestidigitation on those. But she's a little out of breath with that last little incantation. That's the word.
Gray's probably out of breath, but just because it was a heavy bag, and he's not very strong.
He's not?
I thought you were gonna take Ree in an arm wrestling contest. Oh wait, no, that was Ree just asking for a different kind of wrestling. Never mind.
Hey yo.
Shazanga. Okay, so the the party begins to break down camp. The remains of Krogmar's face have been buried, and the blood money has been collected by their respective parties. Good roll, Gray. Sometimes number one is the number one. D4. Okay, so you got
Evil pay.
yeah. Look, I'm telling you right now, I can't wait for the end of this session because I've got a lot of like verbiage I wrote down for myself for detailed notes about shit that was unfolding. I'm so excited to share with you if you guys are interested. Anyways,
Yeah.
so you guys gather your belongings, you pack up the monkey pelts and the gold, and you bury the facial features of Krogmar, and you begin to head out. Whoever is leading, go ahead and give me a survival check.
That'd be Ree.
Yeah, I'll lead.
It's gonna be Ray.
Gonna be Ray.
And I do want to
Agreed.
take the extra effort to kind of obscure our signs of this camp, especially considering how much fucking blood was just there. So I'm going to try and make it not obvious that it was us.
Okay, make a survival check as you are covering your tracks.
Now, there was a lot of blood.
You know what? Before you roll. Oh, that's too late. Never mind.
No, it's okay. It's okay. There's a little delay here because you're in fucking Wales, so go ahead.
I was gonna say, because I don't use them that often, I was gonna use the bardic inspiration on Aurora.
Sure. Yep. Okay, what do you say to Aurora to inspire her as she's very clearly trying to, like, rake the tracks and, like, cover the blood?
Yeah, I was gonna, I guess, kind of keep an eye out and just be like, okay, so you might want to check that one over there. That one might be missed over there. Don't worry, you're doing a good job. Just bardic.
All right, Aurora, you can roll. What are you at, a D8 right now? Are
Yes,
you
it's a D8.
D8? Yeah, so you can add a D8 if you would like to your roll.
There's definitely a glare or two, but she doesn't have the energy to fucking, ignore the squeaky toy sound.
I was gonna say, please tell me that was not your partner squeaking in the background.
No, it was not. It was not.
Holy
but
shit.
There's some glares,
Well, that
but
was Aurora
she
speaking.
does in fact. Fuck you.
She's so cute.
She does in fact. You know, he does have sharper eyes, and he's taller, so he's got better line of sight. So she does in fact like get the blood patches that he sees. There's no quips or anything. She's just in glares.
Okay. And as you're looking and you're just trying to, like, stave off the backhanded compliments, suddenly, you're like, you know what? Fuck this guy. I am doing a good job. I'm going to do a good job for me. I'm going to do a good job for Doc. And I'm going to do a good job for Ree. But maybe not this guy. And as
Do a good job despite him.
yeah, exactly. And as the inspiration hits you, you feel motivated. It's like you took a little bump and you just started rolling. And as you look back at the camp, because initially it was terrible. Like, you were distraught. Like, what the fuck is happening? And as you look back at the camp, it looks very well covered up. Like, to the average person, probably not going to know you were here. It would take a very
Thank you,
trained
Lucy.
eye.
Fuck you, Gray.
All right. So, with the survival check of 8, you guys travel north into the foothills of the mountains for a quarter of a day, which we'll say is about 3 hours. So, we're looking at 9, 10, so it's about noon. You realize that you took a left hook in the path, and you have to backtrack about 25 minutes or so. But as you go up, you realize, oh, nope, we hit another snag, and it costs you about an extra hour. So about 1 p.m. Sorry, taking my notes here. About 1 p.m., you guys arrive at the base of what is the steeper part of the mountain. Ree, you pull your map out, and as you look at the map compared to where you were last night and where Underhill is, this should be the entrance to the sanctum. Ahead of you, you see what is essentially a brown rock face. Almost looks soft like clay, but it's obviously very hard like stone. And as you glance inward, you can all see very easily a cave mouth that is about 15 feet wide and goes at least 20 feet in before your vision kind of starts to become obscured.
I think this is it. I'll head inside and let you guys know if it's safe.
No. Wait, well,
What?
maybe let's not do the splitting up thing.
We got. Well, I just want to
Yeah,
go in
that
at the
didn't
same time.
exactly turn out well last time.
I think we should probably all go in at the same time.
Okay.
If you're
Last
okay with that.
two
I know
times
it's-
has not been good.
What'd you say, Kat?
Oh, I said the last 2 times have not been good. But in, grumpy Aurora voice.
Let's we'll go in together. I just yeah.
Well, I'll go in first then.
Okay, and Doc will follow.
Okay, give me one moment,
Great.
please. And welcome
Sorry,
to
what'd
the...
you say, Kat?
I had said, Gray, you're next.
Does she mean in line
Bye-bye.
or in shooting? I'm not sure.
Yes.
It could be both.
Ooh, do we have dynamic lighting here?
So
Ooh.
I told you guys, because we've been discussing our move now for quite some time, a couple of weeks, and I wanted to show you that I was committed to making sure that we had, well, this is actually more for our Saturday group, but I wanted to make sure everybody understood that we were committed to really investing in the product. Obviously, there's some things with D&D Beyond and Wizards of the Coast that may be coming out eventually. But yes, I have invested in dynamic lighting. as well as an early tier subscription of my own D&D Beyond account. So, with that being said, everybody's character who has dark vision, now I'm assuming you can all only see on your screen because I have very meticulously scripted it to be that way. So, with that being said, I'm going to align you in the orders at the mouth of this cave with what you are seeing as you are entering, and I will give you a little bit more description. Now, mind you, I'm looking at in an entirely different direction, so just bear with me as I kind of iron out my end of things. So we were going with now you can go two abreast in here without too much issue. So was it going to be 2 and 2 or a line of ones?
Bree's definitely being out front, so
I
like
like
she doesn't
it.
want to be next to anybody.
Yeah, I think Doc would be right behind Ree.
Okay, so it's going to be, so we're going to do Ree right at the mouth, and then Doc right behind. So just so you know, the vision that you are seeing right now, the two of you, the grayed out area is your dark vision, okay? What you see past your dark vision is an actual light source that is illuminating beyond what your black and white can see. It's not killing it because it's not in the now, it's after the vision. Okay, so after that, Aurora and Gray, what are you two doing? So the two of them walk up to the cave mouth and begin to look in, and you guys know how I roll. What you see is what you get. So, Ari, as soon as you get up to the cave mouth, you glance in, you see that the path immediately goes in about 20 feet, diverts to the southeast, and then goes straight. There's a little bit of a gray area where you can't see a whole lot because your dark vision just doesn't pick it up. But beyond that, you see a vibrantly glowing orange and shitloads of green flickering energy.
And you'll feel Doc's hand on your shoulder as soon as we get into the dark area.
Okay. So I said, so
I
this.
guess Aurora would want to. Aurora might want to keep Gray in front of her, so I guess I'd go after Doc.
When we get up to the cave and we like are just at that entrance, Aurora's gonna kind of clear her throat. How do we want to do this? I don't. And she sounds like she's trying very hard to sound casual and not doing a good job at it. Right? Yeah, how do we want to do this? And if any of you, like, once we're inside, if any of you look at her, she is only sort of facing in the right direction for you guys.
Yeah, and Aurora, as you look in there, because I honestly, I can't see what your screen sees, but I assume when you back up to the very back portion, can you see the green and orange at the very, very, very far end?
Oh yeah, no,
but that's
I can
it.
see that, and then it's just black, and then
It's
me. It's fucking horrifying. Now I have an answer to this now in character, but Aurora's, yeah.
Well, what do you mean? How are we gonna do this?
Well, so I can not particularly want to try and ride on Gray's coattails. They're kind of a little obnoxious for me. But
If you want, I can put light on something for you.
oh, I can do that. I can do that.
Oh, you can't see? Oh, you can't see. Oh,
I mean, I can do light, apparently. Thanks, Meepo. But
I can as well.
yeah. The last time you
And it
did a
will cost
light, though,
nothing.
it ended up going out.
So
You probably dropped
any,
it or something.
just so you guys know, anybody who casts light can cast light. So if everybody wanted to be like, fuck it, we're going in full blown, everyone can cast light. It's not like, Baldur's Gate 3 where they say only one person can cast light. We got plenty of GPU to make that happen.
But if we do that, everything's gonna know we're here. And if we would prefer to take the sneaky route, we can absolutely do that.
Ree, it's your call. Should we sneak? We don't want to scare your people.
well, I don't think my people are in here. It's just this is just the little booyah bloop to Voodoo.
Right.
I don't think there's anything in here. If there was anything in here, it would have attacked us by now, right?
No, we're talking a lot, so probably.
Huh, I'm not being quiet.
All right. Leave
Yeah,
it.
fuck it. Light it up.
Yeah, you got a point. And I'll cast light on. Well, I guess my finger.
At the same time, because fuck yeah, narrative sync, being in sync narratively, Aurora is going to mutter the same incantation, apparently, and light up an arrow that she's holding.
Okay, understood. So, light is a 20-foot sphere. Thank you, Lucy.
Yes,
Lucy,
that's
as you...
cantrip one. Yep. Okay.
All right, so Lucy, you perform your incantation. Very quick, very brief. As you touch, what is it actually that you're lighting up? I apologize.
It'll probably. Let me see what I have on me.
It can be anything. I mean, it doesn't matter.
I guess it might as well just be my hand drum that I hold up.
Perfect. What color is it?
Good question. I can't remember what it was, but I think for now it's just yellow, like normal light.
All right. So you let off your... okay, there's your light. And Aurora, you turn on your light. And Aurora, what color is your light?
Whatever Meepo would decide it is, because that was all Meepo there.
There you go.
I'll leave that to you, Xavier.
All right, there you guys go.
Also, that's very cool.
To me, yeah, I can still just see in front of me. Yeah, I can see like half of the circle or like a quarter.
It's because there's a field of vision. If you turn your character's field of vision is only a like a 90-degree arc. So if you grab your character, and I have custom programmed your characters, if you turn them, the field of vision turns because it is the direction their eyes are facing.
I love it too much.
I kind of got a little hardcore and in-depth. I apologize about that, but I stand by what I did.
Doc's just spinning
Very
in
cool.
circles
Yep.
in place.
Yeah, so what you can see as the individual is only what your peripheral will allow you to see. And as you turn, it literally, I mean, you're going to have to take a little bit more fine-tuned control of your character, especially when you're facing monsters in dark settings. But the lights go off, and there you are. The light is now extended. So what would you guys like to do?
Yeah, we will head inside, straight towards the green-orange light.
All right, give me 1 second. Okay, I gotta change one more thing. Sorry.
And I shared a little screenshot of what it's like being utterly blind in this place for y'all non.
Does not look fun.
Yeah, no, that's why it's like, oh, what, no.
Okay, so
Seems great.
there is also, I apologize, I didn't realize that the light spell was a 20/20 situation. All right, there you go. So there's your 20/20. Everybody who is active in the 20/20, okay, go ahead and just hold on for me real quick. So you have 20 feet of bright light and then another 20 feet of low light, which is allowing people like Kat to see further right now in her directional, because now you can see 40 feet instead of only 20. So I apologize. I just had to set that up real quick. Okay, so as you begin to enter, and you guys look forward, you see ahead of you in the distance very clearly what appears to be a massive sanctum. Like an inner sanctum, there is very clearly a statue of some sort. that looks like it is made out of, from where you're at, it looks like it's made out of the bones of a massive serpent sitting upright and coiled facing towards you. In the four corners of the square base that it's on, there are four green torches that are hovering ever so slightly, crackling as if they're giving off some sort of fire or heat and emitting a light. To the north of that, which is over here, there is a large octagonal structure that is made of stone. Also has a small pulsing orb of orange light in the center of it that is moving in directions that you're not entirely sure of. Down this direction, you can see another tunnel that leads into darkness, obviously, as you have not gone that direction at this point. What would you like to do? We'll just, I'm going to take it in this order, just so you guys know, and you can interrupt me if you'd like to, but Ree, since you're leading, what would you like to do?
Yeah, she's just gonna keep on heading towards the light. Seems like the most obvious place to go.
Okay, go ahead and give me, just give me your movement speed. This is like a nonchalant order of operations or initiative.
Okay, yeah, she's just walking at
God, you're fast as fuck.
40 feet. Yeah.
Fast as fuck, boy.
Well, she's gonna make sure everybody can keep up, but she's not.
They can keep up, yeah. No, they can keep up.
Until we get into combat.
So are you
Where's
like,
40 feet?
yeah, sorry, it's like right about there. Yep, right about there.
Yeah.
Okay, so as you get there, and everybody kind of moves up behind where Doc is, give or take a few feet.
The light moves along with me. That's so cool.
I know, isn't this not the fucking coolest thing? And you know what's even better is that you can't see behind you because your fucking peripheral vision is cut off. I also had to do math on peripheral vision, and I had to look up biology notes on human peripheral vision and what the degrees were with your 360 arc. Wow. This has been a weird fucking campaign. Cool. This has been a very weird campaign. It's super cool, though.
The gradients on this, like, especially, like, when Gray got, like, 80, 100 feet ahead, and I could just barely see him, and then...
Right, and then all of a sudden he shows up in the bright light, and you're like, oh, wow, there he is. Okay.
This is very cool and also kind of terrifying, so the peak thinks I hate it. Please do more.
Okay, so when you guys get about here, Ree, I need you to go ahead and make a wisdom saving throw for me, please.
Oh, that's my strong suit.
May I use my okay.
Okay. Perfect. As that happens, Doc, I need you to make a wisdom saving throw for me.
So check for traps.
I'll probably use my reaction for guidance since I know that I'm shitty right now.
Well, we'll see what happens. You make that choice after you perform the action or attack or whatever.
May I ask if this is against magic, as I have advantage on those wisdom saving throws? Only against magic, though.
Give me a second. Because there are some very particular pieces of verbiage I need to iron out. Ooh, I just went into Doc's character sheet and she changed this shit. Oh, damn!
It used to be all dark and...
I know, I rolled in and I was like, whoa, why does she have the paladin helm and the fucking skyline of Mount Celestia? This is beautiful. Okay. Oh, it's gorgeous. Okay, yeah, no, I'll be goddamned. Yes, you do. Yep, you definitely have advantage on it.
Okay, thank you.
You can stop rolling there. That's fine. Okay, so as you get to that point, there is you feel it first. You hear something terrifying in your mind.
Your friends end their lives. End their lives. End their lives.
You think to yourself, what the fuck is that nonsense? And you shake it off. Ree stops. Doc, as you get to that spot, you hear in your mind,
Your companions end their lives. Cut them down. Breed them from the ground up.
and you resist it completely, forcing yourself to come to the realization that something is attempting to overcome your psyche. I will give you two each a verbal action. What would you like to do?
Did you hear that?
Doc will say, "Fight it."
What? Fight what?
Fight what?
All right, with that being said, I need everybody to go ahead and click on their character, add yourself to initiative order, and roll initiative for me.
My initiative isn't less than, isn't -3, is it?
You know what? That's a good question. So you have -3 to attack rolls, saving throws, and skill checks. So no.
Okay.
Xavier, the system's rigged. I clicked on my character and then rolled, and it still didn't add me.
It's alright, I got you, buddy. Candace apparently added herself twice, so.
I did the same. Weird.
I have rolled like 6 2s tonight, including on hit dice, and I am not about this life.
Roll fewer 2s.
Yeah, that's the plan. Girl's mad at me because of my 2 religion check in the beginning, I think.
And where's my combat? Mysterious, Chrono. Okay, give me a sec.
Spoopy.
Sounds like 7 days. I love it. I hate it because
Right, it does.
It sounds way too much like 7 days. I am not okay with this. I actually need to turn that down. Give me a sec.
So this is weird, but I can only see me and Doc on the initiative tracker, which
Yeah,
has never happened before.
Nope, it's because I pulled people off.
Oh, okay.
Give me 1 sec. Sorry, it takes me a little bit longer to get set up in comparison to you guys. So that's. Okay, so Doc, yours was a 17, yes?
Correct.
17. Aurora, you were a 6. Gray, I need to get you.
4.
Got you. And
You guys don't need me to fight, right?
19 for Ree, yeah.
Okay. So, top of the round. As springing to life in front of you, you guys see this massive, actually not almost, it is literally out of the statue that is in front of you, uncoils this massive spectral snake creature that is easily the size of a large humanoid hut. Its fins unfurl, its tongue sticking out and lashing at you, whispering words of madness as it now looks down upon you. I need everybody to roll a wisdom saving throw. Candace, this is not versus magic.
Thank you. Can I use my reaction to do guidance on myself?
Is it against
Yes.
being frightened? Because I get advantage on that.
Yes.
Okay.
Hopefully that made the difference.
Oh, wow. Okay, so I guess today's the day that I just need to do a shitload of damage to you and fuck my spell effects. Okay, no problem.
I rolled
Don't
a
worry.
nat 20
Don't worry,
on that
we'll
one.
switch.
No, no,
Yeah,
no,
no,
keep
it's fine.
doing 'em.
No, it's
Please,
fine.
keep
No big
doing
deal.
'em.
NBFD. Okay, so everybody succeeds, but what you hear in the distance, there is a horrific sound like bone splitting, as if it is being snapped, but being snapped for an eternity, followed by as that happens, materializing out of the shadow, you see an absolutely gigantic dog-like creature wreathed in shadow, staring at you with pinpricks of crimson that are actively glowing, drool dripping out of its jowls and hitting the ground, dissipating into shadow as it actually eats away at the rock below it. It stops in its tracks.
Holy shit! What the fuck is that? All right, and yeah,
Nothing
she
but a cute
sees-
little puppy
she sees a
dog.
creature in between her and helping her family, so she will go into a rage. Take out her giant fuck off hammer and come up to this puppy dog here and take a whack. 2,
Okay.
hopefully. Ooh.
That's what I like to see.
Add rage damage. I don't think it
Okay, give me 1 sec.
I like the way you start this fight off.
Okay, so as you go to swing down at the beast, you see its body kind of quiver for a moment, and you see these purple veins kind of pulsate around it. As shadow wreathes up and around it, you still land your blow.
It's also +2 because it did not add the rage damage.
Perfect. So that is 11, 12, so it's 13 total, is that right?
That's 20 total.
Yeah, so it should be 22.
Oh, sorry, I
22,
apologize. I
22.
was reading both of them. Okay. Yep,
22, yeah.
perfect.
Just trying to make sure that I have the correct amount of rage damage here. Because when do I... I'm sorry, I'm not even seeing where it actually says the rage damage.
I can actually look it up real quick here. So, barbarian class.
Pretty sure it's just my level, isn't it?
Yeah, it's all based on level. So your rage damage at level 8 is +2.
It is still
And at level 9 it goes to +3. Yep.
Okay. Yeah, cool. So that happened. She's gonna do it again.
Okay.
Okay. It's 21.
Okay. Okay, so again, you see the attempt at the shadows to kind of pulsate around it, but it just does not have enough oomph in the moment to make that happen, and you do land your strike.
So this seems very similar to like the way the other like the Javart did that same thing.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
All right, so that's 15. So that's what, 17 points of damage? Is that right? Or does that
No,
already?
that's all
with the
total.
rage. Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
I guess we will shout out. It's more of those nasty fucking shadow bastards.
All right. So as you hit this thing the first time, you crush half of its skull down into its shoulder blade. It whines out, gets back up, begins to drool furiously at you, and as you swing again from the opposite direction, you hit it in the side of the head. You hear an audible crunch as if you dealt physical damage to this thing. Its head cocks sideways, and it begins to limp and sway as if it is very horrifically and potentially gravely wounded.
Damn, you fucked that thing up. Good job. buddy.
Yeah, that was fucking.
Those
That
are
was
good rolls.
that was disgusting. Okay, so I need. Alright. I attempted to do a measurement.
Like that particle effect. whatever
Yeah,
that was.
I actually tried to do a measurement and I fucked up. I clicked the wrong button. I forgot I had particle effects now, which is hilarious because they don't have lightning. On that note, I need everybody to make a reflex saving throw or a dexterity saving throw.
No,
You-
Doc.
I do get advantage on dex saves for danger sense.
Yep, you sure do. You see this shit coming a mile away.
Mine is 3 less than that.
Oh God. No, Doc.
I'm a bard, not a rogue. I can't do shit.
I'm not a rogue either.
I'm just hiding behind Gray.
That's a lot of dice.
No, why did you tell us that?
Because
I felt worried too.
I hope I was good, I guess.
Well, at least you didn't have to call low or high.
I wouldn't have looked through that.
No, she's not wrong. She would not have. Look, everybody gets one. You use that. So, okay. So, with that being said, we are looking at Doc with a 9, Gray with an 11,
No, I have
and...
a 6.
Oh, well, that doesn't fucking matter. If you're under 10, you fail. Typically, with this game, or with this version, I should
Oh,
say. but-
you gave me hope, Xavier. Don't do that.
No. Okay, so Gray failed, Doc failed, and let's see, Aurora and Ree succeeded. So, this big spiritual, almost translucent-looking snake thing begins to spit this incantation out as it looks down at you. And as it happens, you hear this crackling build behind its voice, and this beam of electricity rockets forward, striking the four of you. Doc and Gray, you take 35 points of lightning damage. And Ree and Aurora, you take 17. Ree, you take 8. Because of your rage totem Shit,
Kiss
I
my
will
rage
get you.
boner.
Now, mind you, we've been playing for almost a year and 3 months. I've never used psychic damage against you. So, motherfucker, when I get
fuck me
you,
up.
I'm gonna get you.
Fuck me up.
I'm not even gonna call
Tinfoil
that.
hat.
I was gonna say I'm not even gonna call that assailant
Oh.
a mind flayer. It's gonna be a mind gobbler, and that's what you're getting. Okay. So,
The
with
enemy just gonna call fuck you, Ree, psychic damage.
yeah, just take the psychic damage, asshole. Okay. So that is that, and yeah, that's
Honestly
the.
amazed I did well on the wisdom saving throw because those, like, the intelligence, charisma, wisdom, they're just.
So, I literally have notes on this fucking card about where your guys' weaknesses are based on this thing's intelligence and divination abilities, and I still went and fucked both of my 5th level spell slots. So you dodged 2 dominate persons. I was really hoping to hit Ree with at least one of those.
Out of curiosity,
That would've sucked.
Xavier,
Yeah.
I need to know now.
Yeah.
That lightning spell,
Yeah.
can that do more than 35 damage? On li-
Oh,
on a crit?
fuck. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Way more than 35.
Lightning
Yes.
bolt is my favorite, one of my favorite spells. That's
It-
nasty.
People always everybody totes about how badass Fireball is. Fireball is badass because it's flashy. Lightning Bolt, if you get somebody locked in a hallway, you chain fucking Lightning Bolt. Oh, it's so dirty. But yes, it could have. I see where your health is at, by the way, and I know that it could have done much more. Okay,
I
Doc.
was just sitting here going, if I had not rolled as high as I did on my last, like, HP
Oh,
dice for lightning,
yeah, you would have been down.
Fuck.
Yep, by 1. You could have. I actually rolled low on half of those dice. So, Doc, what are you doing? It is your turn.
So, question for you. So, with this tattoo, that counts as me casting a spell, correct?
100%. But the spell slot is consumed from the tattoo and not from
As
you.
opposed to myself.
Correct.
Okay.
And remember that there are, if you read the description of it, there are charges built into it so that you can upcast it.
Right. I'm gonna I'm gonna use. So Doc is going to kind of catch herself. She's gonna step forward, take a deep breath. She's gonna put a hand on the tattoo on her forearm and cast 2 charges on herself for cure wounds. Because if I don't, I'm good.
I'm sorry, you said 2 charges of cure wounds?
Yeah, so it's like the 2nd level. It says 2.
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, you can't cast 2 charges. You can cast a level 2. I thought you meant 2 charges of level 1. Okay, so you cast, and that's on herself?
On herself.
So Doc runs up. You guys see she pulls her sleeve up. She grabs onto the tattoo. She whispers an incantation, and as she traces the sigil that is tattooed onto her arm, it pulses brightly with this blue and golden energy. And as she grabs onto the circle of energy, it kind of coalesces in her hand. She forces it back down into her body, and the smoking remnants of what was the body standing before you now kind of singe back to pseudo perfection. She's not quite there. Actually, no, you are back at full, aren't you?
No.
Oh, I make sure you guys update your characters, your models.
sorry.
Yeah, I was looking at it and I was like, wait, no, she's at 42. She's fine. They're 43.
No.
Okay, yeah. So either way, so she takes the damage. She is much better than what she was looking.
Yeah. I always forget to hit enter on that. I click out of it and then it doesn't say.
I do too. Trust me. Imagine when I have 20 fucking enemies on the field. Hashtag null fight. Hashtag null fight 2023. Okay.
And then she's going to. She's just gonna have her shield up and ready, and not a whole lot else she can do at this point.
I'm sorry. Did you say shield up and ready?
Oh, I don't have a shield.
I was gonna say, wait a minute. You don't have a shield. Yeah.
So she's just gonna be ready to attack us.
Okay. All right. Aurora.
Sorry I didn't get you a shield. We were a little.
You didn't know I was a cleric. It's okay.
That's true. Nobody had an idea. They actually, which is hilarious because they bought you leather armor and you're asking to wear at least medium. So.
I was a little too dead to tell you at the time. It's all good.
You know what?
Sorry, I was doing dead
Fine.
people things.
Just hanging out with Carl eating popcorn.
So I am a little so is this part like here? This is a wall that curves inward, correct?
Yep, sure does. Yeah, it comes to
Okay.
it comes to like the corner of these 4 squares right here. And, yeah, you can move around that. Also, just so you guys know, this is my very first published. I have many maps that have not been used, but this is my first published Dungeon Alchemist map. And I know that
Cool.
Lucy can appreciate this.
Yeah.
It
So
looks very fucking cool.
it looks very cool. I wish that I didn't feel so threatened by it.
Fair. Bless you. Bless you, Jesus. Well, it does look cool as fuck, doesn't
Okay,
it?
you can still hear me?
Yeah, perfectly. Actually, fuck, better than we did just a moment ago.
Okay, that works. So I am going to, so we can see, I'm gonna go over here. I'm going to cast Hail of Thorns at 3rd level.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Oh, fuck.
I'm just gonna shoot this guy. And the second that arrow's gone, I'm loosing another one after it.
Okay, so let me just so you're casting Hail of Thorns, which is your bonus action, and then you're gonna fire your bow.
Yep, and I get 2
And I'm sorry,
protection.
you said at this guy. Was it gonna be? I'm assuming it's the snake and not the
Yeah, the
shadow
really
dog.
big-
Okay.
Yeah, the really big scary snake that I would like to take 3d10 extra damage if I can.
Absolutely, and that is a. I'm assuming it's a Dex saving throw.
Yes.
Okay.
So best way to do this, so it's not gonna matter if I don't hit, so I'm just gonna do my normal attack. Which of course decides to slow mo. Oh no, it was almost a nat 20.
And what is your save versus?
It's a 13.
Okay, so I rolled a 17 for the save, so I believe it's still half damage. Is that right? Yeah, it is. Yes, I can confirm. So it's an additional 2d. It's because it was at 3rd level, so it's an additional 3d10 divided by 2. So go ahead and roll your damage.
First time that she's used a
Wow,
3rd
that's
level
fucking
slot.
yeah. That is oh my god, that's
Yeah,
actually still
that was garbage. for
that was garbage. But what was your regular damage? So it's 6 plus 9. So no, let me back this up. It is 9 divided by 2, which we'll call 5, plus 6, so 11. Yes?
Yes. Yep, because it did my modifier for that, but I do get a second attack as well.
Okay, so Aurora runs up in between Gray, Doc, and where Ree is, rears back on her bow. You guys hear her very quickly as she's running whisper something. Nobody can hear audibly what she says. Her bow flashes, the light illuminates, and she lets it go. As she lets it go, the arrow shoots forward, splits into 3, then 5, then 10, then 20 arrows, and just pelt the fuck out of this thing. Most of them bounce off of its hide, but at least 6 arrows land inside of this thing.
And then she immediately follows it with a normal arrow, which is a nat 20 on that one.
Jesus fuck. Okay, well...
Aurora has been
Okay,
missing
alright,
some
no, that's no
work.
problem. Yeah, no, that's fine. I just... Fuck my... Okay.
So,
I thought I had this really cool encounter built, and everybody's like, go fuck yourself, DM. No, I'm just kidding. Okay, so so that's a nat 20, and I apologize, that's 12 damage. That's 12 total,
12 total.
correct? Okay.
Yep, because I'm down to a short bow now, unless I want to do disadvantage, which I don't really want to.
And that's piercing, correct? Just standard piercing?
It is standard piercing. I will, just, I'm using the Knoll arrows at the moment, so they are single use. So
Understood.
I'm not even going to be able to recover these.
Perfect, thank you.
Yep, and then I'm going to go back by the others, because I can't tell if something's coming up behind me. So, I'm
Okay.
gonna use the rest of my movement to just scamper back again.
All right. So she looses the first arrow. You guys see the arrow at mid-air splits into 20 arrows. It rains down on this thing. A few arrows hit, and then she draws back another arrow, fires it. It catches it in the hood of its snake head and pierces all the way through it and sticks to the fucking ceiling. And then she runs back. So that brings us to Gray. Gray with 1 fucking hit point. I don't know how you did that. I don't know how I did that.
I almost
thought
killed him
about it,
before I
too.
healed myself.
I love that everybody thought about it and then said, you know what, fuck this guy.
It's completely fair. I built him to be an asshole, so. I also built him to do this. Gray is gonna, like, absolutely fall to one knee, and he's absolutely smoking and singed and bleeding everywhere. He's then gonna take a step forward here so he can see him, the creature that lightning bolted him, and he's gonna bang on his drum and say, actually, hold on, let me just think of. Okay. You hiss, slither, and shake. I think we've already heard enough from this snake, and it's gonna cast silence on the snake. It's 120 foot from a 20-foot radius.
So, you see Gray step up, and he says, you hiss, you slither... sorry, what was it? You hiss, you slither...
And shake.
And shake. It's about enough we've heard of you, snake. Something along those lines.
I think we've heard enough from this snake.
Okay. So... Give me a moment here. I actually need to pull a fucking... So that is a 20-foot radius sphere. God damn it. Yeah, no, you get it off, definitely. I don't like it.
There's no save.
I know! That's what I was just looking at, you son of a bitch! Okay, I
hope there's no more lightning bolts, but I am not certain.
Alright, am I assuming that's about where you're dropping that silence bubble?
Absolutely it is.
Jesus fuck. Okay, so I've got the yellow dot on you for concentration. Is it a concentration spell? It is a concentration up to 10 minutes. Okay.
It is.
So you whisper your word, or you shout your words, and as you do so, you smack the hand drum, which is beautifully illuminated, and as the pulse of energy hits the air, you all see this dome, this huge circle, spin into existence around this snake, and as it was screaming insults at you, you hear it, Sass! And it goes silent. And it looks around it almost confused, like what the fuck just happened. And it exists within the sphere. Alright. Anything else, Gray?
Alright. I will proceed to flip it off, and I will then
Better be careful, it'll fall in love with you.
I will then cast I could do worse. I'm gonna cast Mantle of Majesty using one of my Bardic Inspirations on Aurora, Doc, and Ree. Yeah, up to 4 creatures, and I cannot select myself because Bardic Inspiration. And you all gain 8 temporary HP. And you can immediately use your reaction to move however far you want within your movement speed without attack of opportunity.
Holy shit, yep. You can move up. Holy fuck, that is everybody. You can move up to your movement speed. So everybody can move up to their movement speed without provoking an attack of opportunity. And this is your bonus action. Everybody also gains 8 temporary hit points. Yep. So you can add your temporary hit points on your D&D Beyond character sheet next to your health. Alright, is anybody moving? I'll give you all the
Ben,
opportunity now. Just give me 1 sec. Doc, Cat, and Ree, you can move yourself if you will.
If Ree doesn't move, Doc doesn't move.
Excuse me.
Yeah, I think Ree's gonna go up to the snake monster.
I'm going to take position where Ree was then to try and keep them off of Doc and Gray.
So, Ree, you can, with 40 feet, you can't get into actual melee with it because you have 40, but you can get pretty fucking close.
I think I'm just gonna go straight across, yeah. So
Okay.
Okay. And then where's Aurora going?
I'm going to go where Ree was to try and keep this thing off of you and Gray,
And Doc will
who
stay
I
with
can
his-
no longer see, which is terrifying.
Yeah, Doc's gonna stay there then.
Okay, so as Ree goes screaming into this circle, all of a sudden hits this bubble and just goes dead silent, but you see her swinging furiously with the maul. Lucy, go ahead.
Then Gray's gonna turn to Doc, gonna go,
Right, you guys take care of everything else. Tell me if you need anything. And he's gonna go lie down in this
corner behind this wall.
Oh god, it
I'm gonna
hurts
lie
so
down
bad.
and die over here.
It's so bad, but that fucking thing can't cast spells.
I'll be dying in a corner now.
He's gonna literally sit prone. Like, I'm willing to take a prone, but he's gonna sit against the wall.
I love it. That's awesome. Okay, so you sit down against the wall, literally bleeding your guts out into your hands. Good on you. That was fucking noble. Actually, Lucy, take an inspiration point. DM inspiration.
Thank you.
It was
one
very,
HP inspiration and a
very.
dream.
That was very in character. Well done. Also, Candace just went and made a fucking bowl of popcorn. Which, what the fuck? First of all, because now the whole house smells like popcorn. Second of all, how fucking dare you? Third of all, oh, it's still hot.
Well, hook me up.
You're welcome. We have
Quick.
another bag.
Send some to the
Okay.
East Coast.
Did I hear DM bribes? Did I hear snakes can't attack while DMs are eating popcorn?
Nah, I'll still kill this bitch. Don't get me wrong.
I tried.
I know better.
All right. With that being said, no, I'm good. It is the beast's turn, the Shadow Mastiff Alpha's turn. Seeing Aurora face to face with the beast, it turns towards you pretty much on its last leg, as it is literally wavering now and unsure of where it's at. It is going to attempt to bite you.
Yep, well, I can't do anything about that, including use shield, because I used my reaction to get here.
Okay, so it's a 19 to hit.
Ow.
So that hits. I need you to make a strength saving throw, please.
May I
Yeah.
use my reaction to give guidance?
You used your reaction this last round with the lightning bolt to cast guidance on yourself for the
I
save.
thought that was a turn ago. Because I'm at...
Hang on, let me look at the turn order. Hang on. So it's 21. Oh, we are back at the top of the round. Yes, you can.
Thank
You can use your reaction. So you hear Doc scream out this incantation as she says, "Garl be praised!" And you feel this burst of light wash over you. So go ahead and roll an additional d4.
It won't help. Garl's not happy with me. That was another nat one, by the way. That's my third this fight so far.
That's a 12 total. Oh wait, no, it's a
No,
3?
it's a 14.
Oh, 14? You know what? The DC was 13. Garl saved your ass. So,
Lucky day!
fine.
So you take 10 points of piercing damage as this beast bites the absolute shit out of you. However, because it successfully bit you, it's going to use its last shade-touched point to use Shadow Infusion. And that is for an additional 7 points of necrotic damage as it bites you and you feel these shadows seep into the wounds. And you look down and you're like, oh shit, this is the same crap those goblins were doing and those other weird alien-like creatures were doing to me while we were fighting them. So, that is, yeah, so that is 7 and whatever else I told you you take. But you are not knocked down.
Well, I mean, the ground's not that far from me. Thank you for the temporary HP. I should be accurate now, but my math was a little weird.
28?
Yeah.
That's what I had counted.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so I think you're right. Okay. With that being said, it vanishes for a moment and then reappears next to you, and kind of eyes the three of you up before it ends its turn.
Okay, yeah, Ree's gonna close the gap between this big gross snake monster. Am I actually on the same level as him, or do I need to climb up to get there?
No, you can hit it because you have a large weapon. It is a large creature. It is on top of the pedestal, kind of like hovering in and or around it, but you are considered on its plane.
Okay, awesome. Yeah, I will get up close and personal and attempt a couple whacks.
Okay.
Here's the first one. No, was it damage? I don't know. Huh. No, I don't think that's gonna hit. Unless its AC is lower than 12.
It is not. Thank goodness for that, because that would be ridiculous. So you swing at it, and you clip one of the stone pieces that are kind of jutting up from the monument itself, and it shatters, but you do not hit it.
I know that was satisfying, but that's not what I'm trying to do. Yeah. That's a little better.
Yeah, so you absolutely hit it. You hit it 100%, and you hit it... God, that is a lot of fucking damage. That's still... that's still a lot of fucking damage, honestly, for one strike.
20. Not the opening salvo.
15... There's gonna be...
Oh no, the silence has a mind of its
Nah,
own.
I've got to move it, because, you know, I have HP things.
I know.
Okay, so yeah, as you swing the first time, you smash a bit of stone off of the actual platform that's there, and then as you reel back, you see it materialize in front of your face as if it's about to bite you, and you smash it in the jaw. A tooth busting out of its mouth, hitting the ground, and then evaporating in the air.
Damn, I was gonna pick that tooth up and use it for a knife.
Yeah, no, we needed more teeth. We've got a whole collection going.
All right, anything else, Ree?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, so this creature begins to cast a spell. It finishes its incantation, and you see it coming a mile away, Ree. As it rears back with its head again, you hear the crackling of electricity. And it spits forth another lightning bolt. The only two that it can target at this time are you and Aurora. Aurora and Ree, I need dexterity saving throws.
Is lightning bolt some...
So, Lucy, I missed the last part of what you said. This is a spell-like ability and not a spell.
Damn.
I know where you're going. I know because the silence is here. Trust me, it has plenty of spells it cannot use right now, like the fucking 4th level Blight I wanted to use on Ree, but I'll take the Lightning Bolt where I can.
What kind
Listen,
of
I'm sorry, I
save?
was purposely aiming for the lightning bolt, because if that hit me again, I'm confident I was gonna die.
No,
Like,
the Lightning
would
Bolt will
kill me.
it will not
Alright.
hit you. It is only got target on Ree and Aurora, but it is a spell-like ability with this creature and not an actual spell that uses a spell slot. So. Okay, so I have a 13 and oh wow, what the fuck, Kev? No good. You know what? Hey, you
Real
did
bad.
good. You did real good on the first one, so I guess that was your
Good
one, right?
opening swing, yeah, but that was
Yeah.
that's all I got.
I need a. What is it? Spell save. You're both taking full.
At least I still take
Good
half.
old one good swing, Ray.
He does take half. He's bear killing.
Okay, so Aurora, you take 38 points of lightning damage, and Ree, you take that would be 19 points of lightning damage. As the lightning bolt rips across the battlefield. Doc and Gray, as you're pressed against this wall, you see another lightning bolt rip across the battlefield. Aurora immediately seizes up, her hands go out, you see, like, scales burn off of her face, and she collapses to the ground at 0.
I need a big red X and I hate it. Or is the X dead? I don't know, I still hate it.
Give me 1 sec here, I'm doing a thing. 5, 10, 15, 20.
You going?
Okay. So the creature then shifts out of the actual statue and moves itself around you to the north and then to the west and to the south, so it does not provoke it to an attack of opportunity, but you see it clearly moving out of this silenced range. With that being said, Doc, it is your turn.
Changing my plan every turn. Okay, so Doc's gonna grab her gold
D&D.
nugget. Doc's gonna grab the gold nugget and she's going to say, Luck, please guide me. And she's gonna cast Mass Healing Word so that everybody can get a heal.
Oh, shit.
Oh,
You bitch. No. I understand what you're about to do. I was gonna try to counterspell you, but I'm in fucking silence.
Yes,
So that
yes.
sucks.
I'm not the bitch, Lucy's the bitch. Thanks, Lucy.
No, you're all bitches. Fuck you, bitches.
Oh, nuts.
Bitch can't get shit.
No, I'm just
Would I
kidding.
Would I get that benefit even though I'm
Yes.
inside silence?
Oh yeah. Spells can't be cast inside of it, but you can still take effect from it. It's not an anti-magic zone.
I've also realized that vicious mockery means nothing now to the snake, because you can't hear
It can't
outside
hear
of
you. Hell no.
It doesn't understand the same language. Oh, maybe it does.
Ree and this snake definitely don't want to leave this fucking zone of silence because it is the most peace they've ever felt. No. So sorry, Candace. You said it was 30 for mass. Is that right?
It's 3. 60 feet.
Oh, it is 60
So
feet.
Everybody takes it, but it's only 3 points of heal.
Okay, so Ree, Gray, and Aurora are all healed immediately for 3 points of healing.
And then
No, wait, that's really 3? What the fuck?
I rolled a 1.
But oh no, you're right because it's plus your wisdom. Yep, I got you. Okay.
And then I would like to use my action
Okay.
for Sacred Flame on the mofo in front of me.
Okay.
It's a Dex 13.
Yep. Dex 13. Yep, that's a 17. So you bring down, so as you spit out your healing word, the word resonates throughout the room. The best thing that comes of that is that Aurora, you see her from going into death throes to regulated breathing, and then as you look to the creature in front of you, you bring down this strike of golden light that smacks it like a nugget in the side of the head, but it dodges ever so slightly, almost hitting Gray, but not quite.
Is it still looking at Aurora?
It is It doesn't know what it's doing. It is very fucked up.
Like what I
It
think
is like the only way I can describe this is that it is a physically bleeding shadow.
Okay.
It is beyond wounded.
Would I be able to like
So am
stand
I.
over Aurora?
No, you are both small creatures.
Yeah. That's all I can do.
Aurora, you hit the ground as soon as the hot white lightning flashes in front of your eyes. You drop to the ground, and as your body begins to, or as your spirit begins to leave your body, your eyes flicker open suddenly as you hear Doc in the background chanting and incanting. You look around and you realize that creature is still standing there and it is still looking down at you.
Aurora meets its gaze and makes it her prey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna do Hunter's Mark for this one, the spell version, instead of the ability version.
Understood.
I
Okay, so
still
you
don't
spend a spell
action
slot for it?
Yep.
Okay,
First level spell slot for that one.
perfect.
And I am going to. What does it take to grab blades? Or
It's a free action. You can swap them out, no problem.
cool.
Yep.
Okay.
Or it's,
And then
excuse me,
I'm
it's not, I apologize. It is not a free action, it's an environmental action, which you get one of each
Yep.
turn. So you swap out to your blades.
Yep. And then I am going to swing.
All right.
I'll have to do the Hunter's Mark stuff separately.
Also, you have concentration on that, which is awesome.
God damn my rolls.
Okay. So the creature is not hit. You swing upwards with the first blade, and as you do so, watching it ever so slightly, it's not even ever so slightly, you watch it intently, but ever so slightly your blades miss as the shadow kind of dodges around in one area.
Well, I was just trying to figure out where it was. Swing again.
Okay. You felt like you were very close.
I lied. I have no idea where this thing is.
You swing again at the same spot, hoping that it will feint to the right to dodge your blow, and sure as shit it does not. And as that happens, you still see it. You still feel that it is marked by you. You are watching it with 100% certainty, but you cannot land a blow on it successfully.
But I do have the blade in hand then, which will allow me to, do an attack of ops, thankfully. If I stand, does this thing get
Sorry, you said an attack of what?
an attack of opportunity if this thing moves
Oh,
away?
yes.
Because I gotta
No,
play
if
now.
you stand up, nope, this is not 3rd edition. You do not take that attack of opportunity. That was a really shitty
got a
thing, by the way, for attack of
I've got a
opportunity.
Pathfinder game on Wednesdays now, so
Yep.
I know. how to play it more.
Trust me, every ruling you've brought up, I'm like, you are playing a 3rd edition equivalent because it is to a T exactly how it used to be. But no, you do not. You stand up, no problem. Boop.
Yep, cool. She's puts a hand to her head a little bit.
Okay,
Ow!
Gray. It is your turn. You are maintaining concentration on the silence, which has prevented spell casting, but not spectral abilities. Although you do see it quickly moving to the edge of your periphery. You also see the creature in front of you, this mastiff, shadow mastiff, has turned its attention fully on Aurora.
Right, well in that case, Gray, while it's distracted, Gray is gonna put his hand to his chest and heal himself for an action. 8
Understood.
hit points.
Is that with your healer or your
The healing hands, yeah.
the healing hands? Okay, so you put your hands on your
All
chest.
the healing I have.
And Doc, you glance over for just a second, and you see Gray's hand hit his chest, like where he had been really fucked up by the lightning bolt. And you see this pulse of white energy and a shadow kind of encompassing his hand, almost like a latex glove. But there's definitely a vibrant light under it, and as he removes his hand, there's this like sizzle of scorching smoke as the wound heals up ever so slightly. There was some good in that.
Gray is then gonna turn to Doc, still sitting down against the wall, and go, just fucking kill the thing already. Bardic Inspiration.
Yeah, there you go, Doc. All right. So, the Shadow Mastiff's turn. Aurora, it is focused on you currently, so it will take its attack against you. I'm sorry, you said you stood up, correct?
Yes.
That was very
Yes, I
fucking
absolutely
smart, because
did.
otherwise it would have had advantage on you for being prone. And that...
It does have advantage on me if it wants.
Nope, its attack, it was already focused on Aurora. But that is a 13 to hit, which I believe you have a 17 AC, so that is a miss.
Glances off the scales.
Yep. So it lunges down at you, and as you throw your hands up instinctively, there's a loud cling as the scales deflect a majority of the blow. Ree.
Yeah. She'll scream at the snake monster. Where the fuck do you think you're going? You're staying in here with me. She's going to hit it again.
All right.
Yeah. 17.
So you swing at it with your dire tooth maul, and you smash the shit out of it. It turns to you and begins to spit something at you, but you can't hear a word that it's saying because you're inside of the silence dome, and it looks surprised when it's hit.
Yeah. Yep. Still here, asshole. One more time.
I like how it also can't hear you, so Reese just...
Yeah. I don't think that hits.
Okay, so the second blow, as you strike it with the first blow, you drop it to way below bloodied at this point, as the back of it kind of like splits, and you see these spectral bones start to protrude from its backside. It coils itself almost like a rattlesnake, now up and focused on you. You swing the second time, and as you do so, it rears back, and as it rears back, your hammer goes literally straight through its semi-translucent body.
That's some fucked up shit.
So, as that happens, sorry. That's what I was trying to... It's tough with these fucking borders to figure out where I'm going. Ree, it begins to move out of your range as it coils itself backwards ever so slightly. You can make an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
I would love to. I'm also going to use Fury of the Smole for this one.
Okay.
So it'll give me an 8 extra damage points on this. If I hit. But I guess I should probably decide if I hit. If I
Yep.
use it.
Yeah,
after
it's
I
fine.
hit.
Yeah, you can use it after you hit.
Okay, here we go. Oh! Yeah, definitely using Fury of the Smole on this one.
Oh, that definitely fucking hits. Jesus Christ. Now, you don't double Fury of the Small.
No. So it's just 8 points. on top
So
of
that's 16 damage plus 5, did you say? Or 8?
that. 8 for the Fury of the Small.
Okay, so it's what? 20. So it's so 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 2, 3. So it's 24 points? Fuck.
Yes.
Okay.
Split it up weird like that. That's
Yeah, it because it shows you what the critical damage is and then what the total damage is.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, so as it backs out, you smack the shit out of it. It goes into the open, quote-unquote, real world at this point, and it again begins to mutter an incantation. Doc, I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Ruh-roh. Standing here all innocent. That's a 10.
Okay. That is 28 points of necrotic damage as this thing begins to whisper an incantation. That was 8d8, by the way.
She's not down. I'm sorry. I had temp HP. I'm so lost.
Yeah. So, this thing began to whisper an incantation. As soon as it got out of the circle and realized where it was at and how bad it was doing, the incantation went off. Its head coiled around, looked at the person who was, providing aid to its allies. And the incantation went off. There was this black pulse of energy that pulled forward from Doc's body as Doc's already emaciated body began to look dehydrated, almost like borderline mummified. As you take the damage. Doc, go ahead and update your character with that. And, you feel literally your body being, it's like it was absorbing the water inside your body. And as you look down, your fingernails are cracked and yellowed and dried. Your skin is dried and pasty. As you touch your face, it feels like leather. Okay, so... Oh, nat fucking 1. As that happens, the coil looks down at Aurora, and there's another incantation. Mystical rock. And as that happens, a beam of bright blue energy erupts from its mouth, shooting towards Aurora, but hitting about 6 feet shy of her of the base of her feet before dissipating into the stonework. This thing begins to look panicked and then takes a few more feet back into the darkness of the cavern. With that being said, Doc. Also, we have 3 more turns before we will end tonight's session. So it is going to be Doc, Aurora, Gray,
Doc,
and
by
then
the way,
we're
I forgot
done.
to tell you, you had a... It's a bit late, and I completely forgot about it. It's my bad, but you had a bardic inspiration.
Oh yeah, Bardic Inspiration. Yeah. That's okay. Okay, so Doc is going to. Okay, so Doc's going to use. There's so much going on. Alright, so she's going to have to heal herself. She'll cast Cure Wounds at. I hate to do this. Cure Wounds at 4th level on herself.
It's alright, it is what it is. So you begin to mutter your incantation, you grab the gold nugget, and as you break the chain from your throat, you lift it up into the air, shouting the incantations and the prayers of Garl. There is a burst of light above you, literally from the cavern top, that beams down on you. You strike yourself in the chest, and as you do so, you heal yourself for 25 points of healing through the invocation. What's that, Hex?
Big ol' raid.
Wow, that was a big-ass raid. Guys, give me just 1 second, I'll be right back. First and foremost, thank you so much, Hex, for your absolutely awesome, kick-ass, massive freaking raid. Wow, it is Sunday, and I knew you were coming. I was just waiting for it. We are in the midst of a nasty fight between a Spirit Naga, a Shadow Mastiff Alpha, and the group where we are. I love that you have been regularly raiding us during our D&D sessions, and I truly wanted to say thank you so much for your continued support. Hello, Raiders. Welcome in. I encourage you, if you are into Dungeons & Dragons in any way, shape, or form, please, join me by just dropping a follow. It costs you nothing. I promise you it will not cost you a penny, and you will be able to pick up and see where we are and what we are doing in every step of our campaign here. By the way, this is session number 65. We've played for 65 weeks straight, minus I believe 2, or maybe even 1. And we are going strong. These guys are level 8 right now, pushing level 9, a few of them, and yeah, we're having an excellent time. So thank you, love you, And we will see you soon, Hex. And again, thank you so much for your raid. All right.
Yeah, so since I used my action to heal myself like a selfish person, I guess I'm gonna,
Do it again.
D4.
I wish I could, no, yeah, that's all
All right, Aurora.
God damn it. I was really hoping this thing would be dead. I'm going to take my. Okay. I'm going to take my bonus action to make this thing pray again using my actual ability this time, because those two can stack.
Yep. Okay.
And then I have a mechanics question. With extra attack,
Yes.
is that same weapon or can that be two different weapons?
It has to be the same weapon, and it has to be the same weapon style. So if you do a melee attack, it has to be 2 melee weapons. If you use a ranged attack, it has to be both ranged weapons.
No, that's fine. I was just trying to figure out if I could potentially. Oh, it has to be melee, so I couldn't like stab with a short sword and then throw a dagger.
Correct, because if you throw a dagger, it is technically now a ranged weapon. But you can stab with a dagger.
Yep, I was just. Okay. Damn it. Stupid thing. Okay, well, I need to make sure this thing's very dead, if I can. So I'm going to stab at this thing that's been biting me.
Okay. All right.
give her guidance of my reaction. I can't remember if it was attacks or not.
Well, look at your spell.
Also, my
I guess I
third
wanted to change
10 in a row against this thing.
What did your spell say?
Ability check. Never mind.
Okay, so no.
Okay.
Okay, so you swing at it with the short sword. As that happens, it kind of like dissipates into the shadows ever so slightly, and then your short sword comes through with nothing on it.
Yep, she shifts her feet on the ground, locks eyes with this thing, and tries one more fucking time. If it's another goddamn 3. Well, it's not a 3. I'll have extra damage to add if that hits.
15 hits.
Oh, thank fuck. Okay. That's gonna be an extra 2d6 on that.
Okay, go ahead and give me some damage. Holy shit.
Okay, 14 damage.
So as you slash at this thing the second time, you feel your short sword drive deep into the belly of the beast, and as you cut forward, you see its body kind of like dissipate ever so slightly and re-manifest just above you, dealing less damage than you definitely would have if this thing was of the material plane. But it still hits and deals damage, but it is still active and alive.
Son of a bitch. Okay. I hate it.
Anything else, Cat?
Crying is a free action, so Cat's going to
Yeah,
cry.
you take your cry. You deserve it. You done good, kid. Gray.
What to do? They're
Kill
both
it.
still alive. No. I'm good, thank you. That's your job. And you're currently really bad at it.
Kill it
So,
and show me out.
Wow, insult to injury. Fuck off.
Vicious mockery, I lie down and die.
Yeah, I just...
I'm kidding.
Alright, Gray, what are you doing?
Okay. I am gonna try something, and I'm gonna cast. Actually, hold on. Allow me to measure something real quick. Damn it, Aurora, you're just in the way.
You know, that's a sacrifice I'm betting you're willing to take.
Lightning bolt.
You are. I wish. No, I'm good, but you're absolutely right. It is a sacrifice I'm willing to make. I'm gonna cast Hypnotic Pattern
Oh.
on the snake, and it should hit the dog. Okay, a little bit behind the snake. Enough to hit the dog, but not hit me. The point I want. Also, silence goes away.
Oh, he got me too. Son of a bitch.
All right, Lucy, you have control of that hypnotic pattern. Where are you putting it? Perfect.
Does that work?
Yeah, that's perfect. Absolutely perfect.
That still hits the snake, right?
Yep, absolutely.
Okay, cool. I need a wisdom saving throw. Which it's probably good at, but screw it.
Okay.
From
So,
the snake, the dog, and
yep,
cat.
and Aurora, we needed a wisdom saving throw from you as well.
And now can I use my reaction to give her guidance?
Is it a saving throw?
God dang it! No, what is wrong?
No, it's not.
It's only chess.
Yeah, but that's the whole thing though. Like, it's good for searching and doing spotting and yada yada. Okay, give me a second to roll some dice here.
I could wait. Okay, no, it's too late. She rolled already. Fuck, I didn't think of that.
We got it. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah.
Oh well, have fun.
Have fun.
Yeah, so funny story about that
What
cat.
the fuck?
Before level up, that would have absolutely succeeded. Since I've leveled up, it's a 15 now. Have fun with that one.
So I mean this to you, not in the nice way. Not in the I'll come back for you way. Also, it was a good move, and you know what? I would have shot you if you were in my way, so
Okay,
considerably less lethal.
so
It was too late, but I had the idea of giving you Bardic Inspiration before doing the spell, but you rolled before I could say it, so oh well.
sorry about that. I meant to make it a different layer than I did. Okay, so the spell goes off. Aurora, you have definitely failed. And this is a charm. So, the hypnotic, as you back yourself against the wall, you mutter this incantation, you slap the hand drum, and this burst of hypnotic energy rolls out from the center that you've decided on. The snake-like creature in the background doesn't even seem to notice that it exists. It is definitely, from what you can tell, completely immune to whatever you've just done. However, Aurora stops mid-sentence as she's cussing this shadow mastiff out and trying to kill it. She stops and her eyes go wide. Her pupils dilate and she freezes as she begins to look around. The shadow mastiff also eyes go wide and it begins to look around as if, what the fuck is happening right now? So, with that being said, we're at the top of the round, and because
In that case, I am. It would be an action to shake Aurora awake, correct?
correct.
Then I'm just gonna tell Doc.
If you want, you can wake her up. I am gonna probably do nothing. I'm just gonna stay here.
And he's just gonna stay on the ground.
Okay, with that being said, we are going to end tonight's session here, which is at the top of the round, with Aurora at 3 health and stunned by a friendly fire effect, which, thank goodness, Gray gets his fucking just desserts, right? Or Aurora gets her just desserts, I should say. Ree will be coming up very soon to do whatever it is that Ree is going to do. The Naga is very, very, very wounded at this point and looking hungrily on the party. Doc looks great, but has burned a bunch of components and spells. And yeah, that's where it's at. So we'll end tonight here. Do you guys want to hear really quickly just the little blip about this
Yeah.
shit that... Now, I will not read what Lucy sent me. I will not tell you that until the campaign's over. However, I will tell you the outcome of the questions. So question 1, you've already heard the outcome of. I talked about that with the javelin in the tree and the coin sacks underneath. Question number 2, here is exactly what I wrote to myself for a note. A trail of blood and coins are brought to the front steps of his neighbor's house, meaning Krogmore. The blood trail, unfortunately, doesn't match anyone in the houses, as their feet are all dwarven, and these creatures, which I won't name, are tiny creatures. Question number point number 3, which comes with this bit. Krogmar has been ripped into 12 pieces by the enter creatures here. In the second round after his death. Yes, I had to do an actual calculation of combat to see how fast they could fucking kill this guy.
I heard the dice.
His body parts are then stacked on top of each other so that his face is attached to his butt, and his legs become his arms, and his arms become his legs. ... What the fuck am I doing? I kid you not, that's what I said. There is something so
Yeah, that's a
beautiful.
mistake on my part.
It is so beautiful and artistic. That was a copy and paste, by the way. That was not me just writing my own thing.
When you start journaling.
I copy and pasted exactly what you sent me. But it was awesome. What a cool character development opportunity. And you guys roleplayed for like an hour and 10 minutes with just that crazy shit.
Amazing.
Some gnarly shit.
Terrible.
Yeah.
That was my bad. I could have sworn I added "Don't kill anyone" to one of them, but I didn't. I completely forgot. I read through it, and I was like, "Fuck."
Yeah, hey, that's all right. Sometimes, give a little, get a little, right?
I mean, even if you did, would they have? I mean, they're
So-
nasty, evil little creatures.
And that was my bigger point here, right? So Gray learned last session that these creatures were chaotic evil, right? Which chaotic evil means that they do whatever the fuck they want when they want, but they have compulsive commands. So I took that into consideration with the compulsive commands they had, and then taking into consideration that they were chaotic evil, I read the very last question the very last order that Gray gave to them, and because of its ambiguous nature, they were left to their devices to do whatever the fuck they wanted, and it was horrific because quicklings are chaotic evil. Yep. But it was a lot of fun, right? Like, I mean, it creates what a weird fucking opportunity for you guys.
Doc's like, I know whose face this is. You need to put this face in the ground.
All right, guys. We'll see you next week. Thank you so much for hanging out tonight. And, yeah, have an excellent week at work, school, yada, yada, yada. And we'll see you guys soon. And then, just so you guys know, after next week, we may have 1 week where we have to take a break. But we're working that out now. We will know more, hopefully, by, like, Thursday or Friday this week.
Sounds good.
All right.
So you're thinking about that break potentially being on the 16th if it happens?
Correct.
Okay, that actually might work really well with my work, so I will message you guys. They want me to do a Sunday overnight that happens to be on the 16th, so...
Tell them to fuck off. Do it. Tell them to fuck off. No.
I mean,
Fuck this up.
Do it.
if there's gaming, I'm definitely telling them to.
Yeah, and
So
on
I'm
a...
guessing
sorry, go ahead, Lucy.
I'm guessing my inspiration's gone.
No, you can no. He's talking about the inspiration I give him.
no.
I will let you carry it over. I will let you carry it over. Yep. You're good.
Yay!
It's only because you're in Wales. On that note, too, I've been talking with Kat and Candace because we're actually shifting time zones here pretty soon. There may be a slight change in our schedule, which will benefit Kevin and Lucy, but not benefit Kat. I'm trying to work that out right now. Once we know for sure how we're going to be able to make that happen, it may just stay the same so that everybody is just on the same tier and Candace and I will take the sacrifice. I'm not entirely sure where that's at right now, but just bear with us as we go into the next like 3 or 4 weeks as far as gaming schedule is concerned, but it'll only be an hour difference either way, one way or another. So, but we can discuss that as we get a little bit closer. All right, guys, have a good week.
Good night, everybody.
All
All
right.
right, guys. Thank
See you guys. Bye-bye.
Thanks.
Good night.
Kill all of them 3 times and you got it. You don't believe you can? You can do it. You better hope it's not me. Oh, snap.